What can
Good morning, everybody. Hello.
Nice.
Hello. Here we are. The five of us are back, ready to wake you up, St. Louis. Or are you sleeping in?
Are you mean the kids?
Well, are you listening to us on the podcast right now? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the kids are off again.
Yeah, all my parent
And you
friends
slept in, too.
are like really wanting their kids to go back to school.
Yeah, dude.
My best friend's like, these damn kids got to get out of this house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that how you guys feel?
For my kids, their first day back off the winter break was last Thursday. So they went to school Thursday and Friday, and they've been off since then.
Right.
Yep. Us too, man. I like having the kids around, but my wife works from home. So she's like, dude, this has got to stop.
Yeah.
They have got to just sled to school or something.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. Get them out of here.
They could have gone in today.
They
don't know,
could.
man.
They could have gone in today.
There's some roads around me that are still, if I wasn't driving a Gladiator,
Yeah,
I would be comfortable at.
Yeah, there are some still iffy spots. I will admit that.
Make them walk.
Yeah.
But I was in the room when they got that call. I was in the room.
So much joy.
Oh, well, as soon as I got home yesterday, both kids were like, Dad, what do you think, man? You think we're going to go to school tomorrow? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I go, you going to school tomorrow?
Did they say, what are the chances, Dad? What do you think
Yes.
the chances are?
Yes.
And you said?
I said 100% going back to school tomorrow.
You did it then. You cursed it.
I said 100% you're going back to school tomorrow.
You said that yesterday on the air. You declared.
I declared you're going back to school. And my daughter goes, well, one of my friends in another school district, they just got off. I'm like, well, you're going to school. I don't care what they're doing down south. Up here, you're going to school. And not 30 minutes later.
Psych. Yeah.
First comes the email. Then comes the text message. Then comes the phone call. And then on the parents app. Oh, they hit you like 5 times.
Oh, my.
Just to make sure you got it.
Just to make sure you got it.
And then comes the cheering.
There was much rejoicing.
Good for the kids.
Good for the kids,
Bad
huh?
for the parents. Yeah, I feel for everybody that's all cooped up with their spawn.
Yo, dude, the kids, the youngest boy, he's 11, and his neighbor friends, they made a little bit of scratch yesterday, dude. They were going around shoveling. Yeah, they did ours first, and then I said, you know, a buddy of mine's son made $400 that first day. That first day, he went up and down shoveling.
$400? How much does he charge in our driveway?
I didn't get to ask that. Or I didn't
400.
Yeah, I don't know.
One driveway.
I didn't get that
$400.
answer, but no. Apparently, he was out there all day doing it, and so I told him that, and they went up and down the road. I think they each made $30-40.
Good for them.
Yeah, and they did a great job, at least at our house. I was asking, I was like, "Yo, did they do the neighbors right? You know what I mean? I don't want them half-assing it."
It's funny because I told the boy yesterday. I said Nolan across the street. You know, he did a lot of driveways in the block. He goes, good for Nolan.
Good for Nolan.
Okay.
Nolan's an entrepreneur.
All right.
Well, you know, it's not. We don't live in an area where it's worth having a snowblower. But I saw my neighbor. He's 80 years old, and he had a snowblower, and he's got a football field for a driveway, so he needs a snowblower.
Sure.
To be honest, and he was out there and he crushed that thing, and all I thought was, man, if I was a 15-year-old kid right now, I'd go over there and say, hey, man, let me give you $50 to lease, to rent your snowblower. And I'm going to go make $1,000 over the next 8 hours.
Absolutely.
I'm going to snowblow the street. I'm going to snowblow the whole area. I'm going to find a business that needs snow blowing.
Listen, in all honesty, yeah, that's a great idea. It's got to get gas.
Yeah.
You have to have the entrepreneurial spirit.
Just go rent it
Just
from
go
the neighbor.
for it.
Come on. Let me put some miles on this baby. Let's go.
Yeah, what do you use it once a year? Come on.
Once a decade. I mean,
come on. Once a year, if that, for a snowblower.
If you were the snowblower owner, would you rent it out?
Absolutely.
You would? You wouldn't be like, you're going to get your hand caught in this thing or something.
No, I mean, I got a power washer. I lend it out all the time.
Yeah, but you can't really lose a hand or anything.
Have you ever?
Would you rent it out to a 15-year-old neighborhood kid?
Depends on the kid.
Of course, it depends on the kid.
My kids are
Moon's,
great.
Moon's situation was if I was 15, I would walk up to this stranger, this
When I
old
rented
man,
it-
and
Well,
I
he's
would
a-
say,
he's
let
a
me
neighbor.
lease this from you for $100 or whatever, and I'm going to go make some money. And some kid comes up to you and he goes, hey, I want to make some money power washing the neighborhood. Let me rent this from you for $100. I'll bring it back
All
tomorrow.
right, I'll tell you this. If 15-year-old Riz came to adult Riz
Blue hair.
Do you know?
to rent,
Do you know who this?
Yeah, he's a
this young-
troublemaker.
okay. You know young Riz?
he's a troublemaker. He's got all the appearances of a good, nice boy. He's a nice boy to the people he has to be.
Right.
But I know what's going on there. No.
Kids do that? Do kids mow lawns anymore? Is that even a thing anymore?
I've never been asked
Some of
if
them.
a child can mow my lawn.
No.
Dude, I used to ride my BMX and put it in neutral, baby, or just like pull the back wheels up like an old piece of crap push mower. Just ride it around town and knock on doors, $10.
$10 for a
It's a
full
good
mow.
little, you know,
That's a
just-
good little racket.
Yeah, when I was 13, 14, those 2 summers, I would make about $300 a week doing just a few yards, and I felt like the richest kid in the
Well,
world.
listen, I do love the entrepreneurial spirit. And you know who teaches that? The Girl Scouts. Or at least they're
Yes.
supposed to. They're supposed to be teaching that. Mm-hmm. You know the whole Girl Scout cookie sale thing?
Yeah.
That's for the girls to learn how to be business people,
Yes.
right? But we know what really happens.
The moms take over.
Mom brings the order form into the office
Yeah.
and guilts you into.
Oh, it doesn't have to guilt. Just place it, and then we will come.
Well,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen,
Crack
it is,
sells itself, my man.
it is officially Girl Scout cookie season.
Is it really?
R.I.P. to your
I
resolutions.
noticed the ovens were on.
Why did I feel like this wasn't something that happened till like end of February, March? Did they scoot it up, or is it always January?
I think it's
And I had Girl Scouts. I don't remember.
Girl
this.
Scout season. Girl Scout cookie season will run from now through April.
Oh,
I love John Mulaney's bit about Girl Scouts where he says, like, they're teaching them entrepreneurial spirit, but not good business acumen. He's like, we have a product that's in demand. People have to have it. What should we do with it? Sell it year-round? No. Only a season that we don't really tell anyone about. Okay, well, it'll be in all the stores. Like, no, it'll just pop up randomly outside of stores. No one knows where it'll be.
Right.
Yeah, there really is not a lot of fanfare at the beginning of Girl Scout cookie season, but we're here. I mean, it is. We're in it right now. From now until April, and I'm sure when the weather gets a little nicer, you'll see outside the schnooks, the old card table set up with
cute.
the girls with the sashes on and peddling their wares.
they probably don't want to do a big push right now. They want to kind of soft open. You know what I mean? Let the families and all that get their first rounds out, and then they clear those boxes. And then now we'll do a little bit of a push.
I think it's too close to the holidays
Oh, to do the
to
push.
start.
Well, how long
give-
does it take for them to get delivered?
Give everybody a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going right into resolution busting.
Yeah, we were just on Christmas cookies, and now we're here.
We're supposed to be losing weight.
Right.
You're busting.
Oh, this is where they also learn about body dysmorphia, because every person that comes up to the Girl Scout table at Schnucks, you know, is like, oh, I shouldn't, but I'm gonna.
Although, you know what? So this coming Friday, I believe, is the day that most resolutions are broken. If you're going to fall, you're going to fall hard.
It's probably coinciding with this.
Yeah, you may fall right into a box of Thin Mints. Like I was good for 14 days,
Yeah.
and
God,
you
they're
know
so good.
now I've just cleared
good.
2 sleeves of Samoas.
Huh.
I love you. Tag along.
Oh, man.
Is
They're
that
so
your favorite?
good.
Tag along?
Is that the former Samoa?
Tag along
No,
with the peanut
no,
butter,
no.
right?
Peanut butter, yeah.
Oh,
Peanut
the,
butter.
the smooth one.
Yeah,
Well, all right,
man.
so
yeah,
it's
that
officially
one's
Girl
good.
Scout cookie season.
It's a tie between Thin Mints.
Two beloved flavors will be. This is the last year for them.
I'm sorry, what?
They've said
This is
this
breaking
before.
news.
This
This is
all.
marketing, but
Yeah,
go ahead.
This is all.
It better be the lemon cookies.
Well, listen, we'll get into the rankings from worst to best.
The pecan ones, the sand
Right,
ones that
get
taste
the
like
hell
they
outta
took
here.
sand out of an hourglass and added sugar and hardened it.
So the 2025 cookie lineup will feature the Girl Scout s'mores and the Toast Yays, but they've announced this will be the final year for those.
For the s'mores and the toasties? Or
The
there's
Toast Yays. The Girl Scout s'mores and the Toastiers.
The hell's
What
that?
are they doing with the s'mores cookie?
They're gone.
How do you spell toastier?
It's
Toast dash YAYA.
It's Lorna Doone.
No, who cares?
I mean, they have their place.
Yeah, trash.
Honestly,
Oh, it's like a shortbread cookie.
I was reading Toastier. No, Toastier.
It's in the shape of a toast.
Yeah, a little bread.
It's somebody said, have you ever tried Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
like
what
that.
the Toastier cookie reminds this person of. They have a gingerbread and cinnamon graham cracker taste with a delicious layer of icing.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I would take a box.
The
of
crust
those.
melts in your mouth almost immediately. But they're going to be gone after this year. So are the Girl Scout s'mores, which I tried, I think when they first came out.
Who cares?
Back in 2017. Way too sweet.
Wait, which one was it?
I got the s'mores.
Oh, yeah.
Girl Scout
We
s'mores.
tried that together.
We tried that together.
It was good, but too much. I'm
Way
too old
too
for
much.
that. I'm too
Gotta
old
be
for that.
honest. Outside of an actual s'more, no s'more flavored anything has ever blown me away.
Yeah.
I like the Pop-Tarts. The
S'mores need to be
Pop-Tarts.
hot.
You're right. Pop-Tarts.
You just need an actual s'more.
don't know
S'more
if I've
flavor
had the
is like
Pop-Tart.
it's like watermelon flavored. Watermelon's great, but watermelon flavor is garbage.
It is,
Wha-
yeah.
It doesn't actually taste like watermelon.
Yeah, we don't. You can't.
You're
bastard-
wasting it.
Yeah, you're bastardizing this flavor. Like,
Right.
don't do this. Just leave it. And s'more is the same thing. Make a s'more, or don't have the flavor.
So if you get water or cherry, like a cherry flavored something.
Oh, yeah.
Does it really taste like cherry?
No, but it's delicious, whatever it is.
Sometimes, at least you can get somewhat close to strawberry or cherry. Banana and watermelon, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Those are
I love
those are-
watermelon flavored stuff, and not a huge watermelon fan. I'm the opposite.
But that makes sense because they're not the same.
Okay.
Watermelon flavor, they just like took the word. It doesn't taste anything like watermelon. Hey, are these raspberry things real?
What are you talking about?
Get to that because I'm looking at different ones and they have a raspberry. What are they calling this? Raspberry.
Okay, they got the Thin Mints, the Samoas, the Trefoils, the Tagalongs,
Apparently they have.
Do-si-dos, the Adventurefuls.
This is a Thin Mint with a raspberry flavor. I mean, that's what it looks like.
You know, a lot of these are regional.
Okay.
What do you mean? There's different.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know that. So
Oh,
like,
yeah,
East
so,
Coasters are getting
for
different
example-
flavors?
Take me to the raspberry region.
For example,
Raspberry Rally is what it's called.
I think the s'mores, there's two different companies that make them, depending on what side of the country you're on.
I wonder which one's better.
Bro, you let these girls, now that we've legalized weed,
They can't do it. They've already said they're not allowed to set up outside
oh, if they
dispensary.
set up
That's
outside a
so sad.
dispensary, their Girl Scout yearly trip would be to Dubai.
Yeah.
They'd be making so much money.
No, you don't think anybody's
On
thought of that?
Emirates.
Look at that.
Every year there's been a story about a Girl Scout cookie table set up like within 100 yards of a dispensary. And the Girl Scouts are like, nah,
This
we don't like making money.
This Raspberry
having
Rally,
fun.
by the way, you can't get it from a Girl Scout. It's an online exclusive.
Ah,
They
Yeah, what
won't-
do you think about that they sell stuff in stores year round?
in the stores?
Yeah.
What, and like
What
the
can you get
actual,
there?
actual under the Girl Scout cookie.
Well, it's their
Thin Mints?
brand, but it's not the same boxes. But you can get stuff that they sell during the season, I believe. Because I saw a bunch of stuff at Deerberg's a couple days ago.
And you know it's the same company making the same cookie?
Unless I misread it. It could be Girl Scout. Not
well, it
Girl
could be
Scout.
off-label.
Interesting. You know, I bet you the s'mores one or that toastier that you're talking about, that's just the McRib. They're making it go away, and then they're going to make a
They've done this every year.
big
All right,
deal
here we
about
go.
it coming back.
Headline: A Girl Scout sold 300 boxes of cookies in 6 hours by setting up near a legal marijuana shop. This is from 2018.
I bet she did.
Yeah, they burnt that out, though. Remember, don't they not allow that now?
Yeah, I'm trying to read what Girl Scouts are saying. I think they don't. They
They don't
don't
allow
really,
that because they're, kids are just outside of a dispensary.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think the Girl Scouts are endorsing that. Again, I guess they don't like making money. That's kind of dumb.
well, if your mom works at a dispensary,
Oh, yeah.
just take in the little sheet, sign people up.
Oh, here we go.
Put it on the ID window.
Girl Scouts of Colorado.
Yeah.
There was a girl that sold Okay, so Girl Scouts of Colorado said, if you're wondering, we don't allow our Girl Scouts to sell cookies in front of marijuana shops or liquor stores or bars. There was another girl back in 2014 near San Francisco, near a medical marijuana dispensary. She sold 117 boxes in 2 hours.
Jeez.
The little girl was just sitting like Tony Montana. She had her own little Hello Kitty chair and a desk in her room, surrounded by just piles of money.
Yeah, she took a wagon over there and said, "Mom, leave the car running. I'll be back in 10
I'm a
minutes.
bad guy.
I'll be right back."
You need people like me.
Yeah, no, she drove. Yeah, she took the wagon
Jessica's changed.
there and drove a Lamborghini back. Because listen, you're teaching the girls entrepreneurship, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let them do it. Let them do it. If they want to set up outside, Suede,
Yeah.
let them do it.
Okay, so these are the ones that are going for sale now. And you're right. This is the pecan thing you were talking about, the toffee tastic.
The Toffee Tastic.
No
Well,
way that sells.
okay,
No
so
way.
here are Girl Scout cookies ranked worst to best.
Okay.
The Toffee Tastic was the worst.
Yeah.
And the reviewer here in the article I read said, this is the only one I couldn't swallow. After biting into the hard gluten-free cookie and letting it dissolve a little bit, I felt like I'd just eaten a spoonful of sand.
Okay, so I had one of these yesterday.
you.
I didn't have a toffee tastic, but what I had was my wife still has a tin from Christmas week, and she made a bunch of cookies. You know, the family always makes cookies, her and her mom. And there was snowballs. Have you ever heard of snowball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
guess-
Hostess snowballs?
Well, these are like homemade ones.
Oh, okay.
And it's like a powdered sugar covered thing, and I picked it up
Sex thing.
and I bit into it.
No, Rafe.
I bit into it, and it was kind of sandy, a little gritty, and apparently has like pecans that are kind of mashed up. And I went, "What is this?" And she goes, "Oh, it's pecans and something else." And I spit it out immediately because I don't like pecans. But she said the reason that those are so good is because sometimes you're just looking for a cookie to absorb a little bit of milk or whatever it is, and it doesn't have to be too sweet. And that is where the Toffee Tastic has its place. It's supposed to be a little sandy. It's supposed to be a little gritty, and it's not supposed to
This
be
guy
sweet.
says it didn't get any better from there. The toffee bits tasted more like a mediocre caramel, and the cookie smelled like actual dirt. Okay, then you got your Adventurefuls.
What's that?
These are
They're pretty over the top.
It's a brownie with a caramel filling, which when you look at it, you go, this is probably going to be good,
It looks good, but it's not.
but it's not good.
And what's the name?
The Adventureful.
It looks like a little, like a
trying to-
peanut butter blop on top of a brownie with some icing.
Yeah, it's caramel in the middle.
It looks good, but
Oh, that
it's
does
It
just
looks
not
good, but it's not great.
I feel like brownie is
too much.
that's a dangerous road, because if you don't nail it, if you don't hit it perfect, it just smells like chemicals. Smells like plastic or tastes like plastic.
Now, 10th on the list is the caramel chocolate chip. It's another gluten-free option the Girl Scout cookies offer. And they say, while it's better than the Toffee Tastic, it's still bland. The texture is pleasant, soft, has large chocolate chunks. However, it's not much different from a regular chocolate chip cookie. Extremely sweet, has a caramel flavoring, but also a little salty, which they didn't like.
Look,
It's okay to not be inclusive with all that kind of stuff.
can we
I know,
just
I know you're trying the gluten-free stuff,
Right.
but just leave that for others.
None of these
They're
cookies
going to do
matter.
it well.
This is like an NBA team that's been being carried by the same three players for a long time. Like they rotate number 4 and 5 out every year. It doesn't matter. We all know who the
We all know who the main players
We know
are.
who the three-headed monster is. It's never changing.
Yeah, it's your Samoas, it's your Thin Mints, and it's your
Tagalongs.
Tagalongs.
your Tagalongs.
Bing, bang, boom. Those will be the top 3, guaranteed. Lock it in.
Your lemonades, which are different than the lemon ups.
Okay.
Lemonades taste like the custard of lemon meringue pie, but it's the icing that's doing all the work. The cookie itself leaves a little to be desired, and maybe it's because the icing is so overpowering. It's one of the larger cookies the Girl Scouts sell, but thin enough to eat in a couple bites. Then you got your tagalongs, your peanut butter patties. Then your lemon ups. Your lemon ups.
Wait, Tagalongs is down below Lemon Ups?
Yeah, that's what this. This
This guy just
disagree
lost
with
all
this.
credibility. Whoever did this. But go on.
The lemon up. I guess there's a lemon glaze on the bottom of a cookie.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Then the s'mores. Then the shortbread cookies, the trefoils.
Yeah, those are the Lorna Dunes.
Come on.
That has its place, too.
This guy writes, and this guy lists at
in
number
your
5.
grandma's mouth. That has a place right next to the Werther's Originals in your grandma's cupboard.
Trefoils may look like plain cookies, but the taste is far from plain. They have a buttery taste, perfectly balanced with a sweetness that isn't overpowering. These cookies pair great with coffee if you're a cookies in the morning kind of person.
Yeah, butter cookie.
Have you ever been at a Girl Scout setup table and someone came running up like, please tell me you're not out of trefoils. That's a sentence that's never been uttered in history. It's what's left at the bottom.
Yeah, in our house, the Thin Mints are upstairs. That's my mom's cookie. The trefoils are downstairs. That's my dad's cookie.
What about the Do-si-dos, which this guy lists at number 4?
Do-si-dos. What are those?
They're the peanut butter sandwiches.
They're not even the best peanut butter cookie.
And this guy writes, not only do they have peanut butter in the center, but the cracker also tastes like peanut butter. The entire cracker melts in your mouth. It has a nice, subtle flavor. And the guy says I could eat these as is, even without the peanut butter.
This thing?
Yeah.
What is this guy? This guy really likes dry stuff.
Well, and he's got your Thin Mints at number 3.
Oh, Thin Mint got 3, huh?
They melt in your mouth with the first bite, have a minty chocolate flavor similar to an Andes chocolate mint.
No, they're not similar to an Andes chocolate mint at all.
Not even close.
Has he had an Andes Thin Mint recently?
I just want to hear how bad this guy's about to embarrass himself on 2 and 1.
Well, 2, he puts the Toastier. And number 1 is the Samoa.
It is the best.
I do agree with him on this.
It is the best.
That was an acquired thing. I had to be an adult to understand that one, and now
I did too.
It's like the fudge stripe cookie that went from when we were a kid, the Keebler, which was the greatest cookie on earth.
Still the best.
You put it on your finger, it melts on your finger a little bit. I mean, God, dude, if you got a fudge stripe cookie on a day that you weren't expecting it, changed everything. That the Samoa is just the adult fudge stripe.
It is very divisive for one reason.
The coconut.
Coconut.
Yeah. But you don't even think about it.
But
Like, even if
everyone
you don't
likes
like coconut.
You do when you're a kid. You think about it hard when you're a kid.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I never
I
tried
had
it
a
as a kid.
Samoa as a kid, and I didn't like coconut, just willy-nilly. And then I started liking coconut because of the Samoa. It is
Really?
the gateway
Isn't
drug to
it's
liking
one of those
coconut.
foods where you're a kid and someone's like, hey, coconut's gross, and everyone in the class is like, yeah, it's gross.
Right. So
but
dry.
everyone loves it. There's not a person that actually doesn't like coconut. They're lying.
This guy writes, if you know, you know.
They're lying to themselves.
The Samoa's cookies are the best. If there ever was a perfect cookie, it's this one.
Hey, you know what? To be honest, I hated coconut when I was a kid. I absolutely love it now. And if I had to trace it back, I can't in my memory, but I bet you Learn's right. I bet you it was the Girl Scout Samoa cookie that got me into coconut.
Wow.
That was probably the gateway. She's probably 100% right for me and millions of others.
I always liked like Mounds and Almond Joy.
No,
Yeah.
I did
I
not.
never
Me
touched that.
neither.
I was
spit
lucky.
them out.
I still don't like them.
Really?
Yeah.
Or
But I love coconut cream pie now.
Dude, if I accidentally...
I love coconut now.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, it is an older person food you have to age into. But you may be right. This might be the key that unlocks the door to the Garden of Eden.
Definitely did
Coconut
for me.
Garden.
Definitely did for me. If I bit into a Mounds when I was a kid, I probably thought like
You stopped believing in Santa Claus.
Yeah, coconut felt like I bit into paper mache, like I had paper.
It is a
shavings.
weird.
Yeah.
Really?
When I was a kid, that's how I thought it. That's what my mind would go to. Like I was chewing on paper.
Newspaper clippings.
Yeah, I just
It
love
is
the
a weird.
I feel like
yeah.
I'm eating whiskers.
Yeah.
Like the bottom
It's
of
such a weird texture.
like the bottom of an Easter basket. You know, like the paper
Exactly.
shavings.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah, the
in-
plastic gerbil cage.
somebody put the bottom of an Easter basket inside a chocolate
Yeah,
bar.
it's plastic grass.
But then it becomes amazing after you understand it through the Samoa.
Samoas are good, but
It definitely balances coconut, chocolate, and caramel with a soft cookie crust. Samoas are really the only Girl Scout cookies with a classically chewy texture. And they're also a bit sticky if you break them in half. The texture reminds this person of an El-Baked cookie. But again, it's easily the most divisive, as one of the main ingredients is coconut, a consistently polarizing food. It seems that most people who don't enjoy the cookies are usually not a fan of coconut. So I guess go figure.
well, yeah, I disagree. But best-selling Girl Scout cookies in order are Thin Mints,
Number 1.
Tagalongs, and Samoa's third.
Yeah, they are the big 3. And they
They're the
do
big
carry
3.
the team. You're right about that.
Caramel Delights,
But
which we didn't talk about.
do sales represent favorite?
Caramel Delights
necessarily?
Proof is in the proof is in the quarterly numbers, my man.
Yeah, but okay, let's go to
Caramel
something
Delights
else.
are Samoas. Same thing.
They are.
Yeah.
Let's go to like a Mexican restaurant or something. I bet you the thing that goes through the Mexican restaurant the most is chips and salsa. But after the meal, if I asked you what your favorite part of the meal was, you wouldn't say chips and salsa. But of course, you got chips.
It's also free.
Yeah, those are free though.
Okay, you know.
Unless you
I'm
get
getting at
queso.
it.
They're the pretzel. Yeah, they're the pretzels on the
Dude,
ball.
these
tired of
are
thinking of
all
a better
the boxes are all
equivalent.
priced equally. There is no. This is the most fair, democratic way to figure out the truth. The proof is in
what
the sales.
cookie sells the most?
But typically,
And it's Thin Mints because it's more versatile. You put it in the freezer, you got a whole new situation going on.
and it's unassuming, and
Everybody likes them.
there's no coconut controversy.
And peanut butter. Nobody's ever mad about peanut butter being in stuff. Only the kid that'll swell up and die. But
Right?
They're the
Yeah, he
only
doesn't
ones.
like it.
tiny fraction, way less peanut butter problems than coconut problems in the youth of America. So you can put those in the freezer too if you want to, and kind of change, or at least the fridge, and that changes it a little bit.
Well, to the parents of the Girl Scouts, now's the time. You got to be first at the office. You got to be first. You got to be out there.
Yes.
yeah, because people will commit.
You got to be out there first.
They'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I already committed to Jeff in sales."
Yeah. But again, if you show up at my door, I can't say no. I can't. Come on. There's like 3 or 4 Girl Scouts in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they know I'm a sucker.
Good. They're gonna get you.
They're going to get me every time. I got to buy.
Let's go to old man Rizzuto's house.
He'll eat anything.
The
No,
scary house
in the
down
past,
street.
I've been donating them. There's a whole thing. There's a whole thing you could say I'm going to donate
To the troops.
Yeah, I don't need those in my house.
Wait,
But
you
if
don't even, you never possessed them?
I know I do, but I'm not going to. Usually, the first person that comes, I'll actually have the cookies delivered.
Right.
But the second and third, I'll listen. Here's $20.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Just paying them to go away.
Yeah, before I turn the sprinklers on. Get out of here. On the food news tip, do you know the this glitter pickle thing?
Yes.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, it's a hard no for me, Doug. This is so gross. I'm already grossed out. I love a pickle. I love a pickle spear. I love doing pickleback shots with tequila.
Okay.
But this is ruining pickles even more because I get grossed out about the finger germs that are in the actual pickle juice from
People reaching in.
people
Yeah,
reaching
yeah.
in. And now what they're trying to do is put edible glitter in pickle jars to make it, I don't know, prettier, and it just makes me want to gag so much.
Yeah, Moon, see if you can pull up glitter pickles.
It's like, why do we
I'm
need
afraid
this?
to put that in my.
Yeah, I think there's a
Make
chance
sure
you're
that-
going to get a different type.
Make sure the safe search is off.
Don't
That's a
hit
cool
images.
movie.
So let's see. Okay.
Glickles.
Why people are making Glickles or glitter
Why is
pickles.
New York City Pride Parade coming up?
Okay, so TikTok's new obsession is glitter pickles and I hate this, Glickles.
So they're just taking that edible glitter crap
Yeah.
and just putting it in the brine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the video on how to
Sounds like
make
a
them
fish.
went viral last month, but a lot of people missed it over the holidays. The hashtag Pretty Pickles is also trending, which was Scott's nickname in high school.
Yes.
Right on.
It's cool to be known.
Now, they're easy to make. You just open a jar of pickles, you dump a ton of edible glitter in there, and enjoy the fanciest pickle you've ever seen.
I don't think so.
Get your hands off my glitter pickle.
Now,
But
a bunch of-
doesn't it dissolve?
Apparently not.
Don't you poop glitter?
yes, you do.
It can't be good.
It's a very sparkly bathroom experience.
Glitter was full.
That can't be good for you, right?
Now, a bunch of brands. This is edible glitter.
Yeah. It just means it's not going to kill you if you eat it.
So a bunch of brands have jumped on the trend or posted comments. Jimmy John's did a video and got called out for using the non-edible glitter.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
My beloved JJ.
Don't do that since normal glitter can be toxic. Even if it says non-toxic, you're basically eating full spoonful of microplastics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's something that's going to come out into the toilet, I don't want that going through my system.
Listen, if you want to get jars of edible glitter on Amazon, you can do it for about $10. This is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
We have some of the edible glitter, and it's for like decorating cookies. And honestly, we set it out like my wife did this whole thing. We had this extra table at Christmas for the kids, and it was like a cookie making station. She made cookies, and then she put icing and all the stuff, and the kids like made their own cookies. And you know how many of those got eaten?
How many?
Oh, like one, because it was
Yeah,
for
the
the
fun is in
experience. It's not
making
for
them.
eating it.
Yeah, the art.
Yeah.
Feels like a cover up for guys going to the strip club at lunch. When they get home from work, they're like, "No, me and the boys had glitter pickles."
Yeah.
How dare you?
Let me show you a picture.
Yeah, it's all over the. It's
I
all
can't
over your
believe you
lips.
thought I'm hurt right now.
I haven't told you the story about.
They don't even look good.
Oh
that's
my
the
gosh.
thing that's
Right.
crazy.
I mean,
is
look
like
at
they
this.
don't even look.
Don't
I
they-
wouldn't want to eat that.
They look like a fish.
This is something.
It looks
You
like
doing
something
a-
I wouldn't want to eat.
Yeah, you do this in a kindergarten class and you throw it away.
Yeah.
It reminds me of those. I don't even know what they are, man. I think I've asked you guys before. They look like little silver BBs, but you can eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go on
Sixlets?
cakes.
Grandmas would put them on like cakes and cupcakes, back
Oh.
but they're hard as a rock.
Oh, they're still going.
What are those things, man?
They're
They
sprinkles.
look like BBs.
They're
Like
sprinkles
half
in
plastic?
wedding
Like
cakes.
hard
Yeah.
ass sprinkles that look like
The
just a
hard
little
ass,
BB.
yeah.
It's
like
just
that
sugar.
big.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're
hard
sugar
balls.
balls. But all that is the sprinkles that you guys are always defending in wedding form, in wedding cake form.
What?
You can't be down
I
on
like
the
sprinkles.
BBs. Yes, well
I
then
do
you
like sprinkles.
Well, then you can't crash on the BBs. It's just
Oh no, it's a way different texture.
It is. You'll break your tooth on those BBs.
Yep.
You won't do that on the rainbow sprinkle.
but they're both for crazy people.
No, it's a texture thing.
I love a sprinkle.
sprinkles.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm in
I always
on
go
a
for
sprinkle.
sprinkled
I'm out on
donut.
a BB though. I'm out on a chrome BB.
Andrew says Glickles plus diarrhea equals disco toilet bowl.
Cool.
I bet you
you put
that
it that
is
way, I'm
cool.
kind of
Just
into
imagine like not telling your doctor and giving a stool sample after you've eaten about 20 Glickles.
Yeah.
You housed a whole Vlasic Glickle. I'm the Vlasic stork. Suck my Glickle. And then you eat like 20 of those, and then you're going in for like a colon cancer
Yeah,
screening.
sto-
And you just
stool
drop
in.
a sparkle turd in the.
Well, even a colonoscopy, like, does the glitter stick to your lower intestine? Like, what?
I don't know. You know, glitter sticks to everything.
It does. You
You're
can't
right,
get rid
dude.
of it.
Gotta.
Good point. They go up in your butt. They're just like, well, good news, no polyps. But my God, looks like Studio 54 in there.
For the last 20 years, people have been saying that glitter is the herpes
It
of the
is.
craft world, and you want to put it in.
And you want to put it in your body now. What a terrible
Oh
idea.
my God, nothing
idiots.
upsets my husband more than glitter. Like, he got a bunch of Christmas cards, and some of them had glitter on them.
you
You
know.
would have thought
Dude.
Christmas was
Dang.
ruined.
Yeah, what a rude thing.
Those are rough.
I agree.
Or
And-
the-
and
We went
ba-
to we
Christmas
went to a
bags
little
have
kid's
them.
birthday party. This is when I had my nice Charger, my nice Dodge Charger, which I liked. The inside was pristine. Mm-hmm. And we're going to a kid's birthday party, and we're pulling into the driveway, and my wife goes, "Oh, we got to fill out the card for the kid." And she had just gone to Walgreens and pulls out the glitter card. I go, "Are you at glitter everywhere?"
Never to be gone again.
Well, he
Card
sold the car.
appreciated. Yeah, the card appreciated in value
Sold the car the next day.
immediately.
Yeah.
But back in the day, we used to do these bikini contests.
I know. I used to host them with you guys.
Like
At Hot
this was
Shots?
long time ago when my son was maybe 1.5, 2 years old. So this is back in the old Woody and Rizzuto days.
That glitter in the car, by the way, that's on the Carfax. One,
Oh, you have to.
one owner, no accidents reported, glitter free.
So my son was in one of those walkers. Mm-hmm. We had one of those little cruise around.
Yeah.
Walkers. So that's how old he was. So maybe a little over 1 year old. So Woody and I had a bikini contest down at the Hot Shots in South County. I'll never forget where it was.
Who won, you or him?
I was in shape, man. Then,
Ooh.
I was in good shape then.
Yeah.
Had the rock hard body.
Wow.
We were
Driving a Charger, looking
we were
hot in your
hosting
thong?
a bikini contest, and one of the contestants, I was wearing a black sweatshirt, and one of the contestants, like a zip-up hoodie sweatshirt. One of the contestants, before she went on stage, she came out and she goes, "Hey, could I borrow your sweatshirt? Can I borrow your sweatshirt? Because when I get out on stage, I'm going to unzip it and be in my bikini, and the crowd's going to go crazy." And I remember it was a packed house that night. And I said, Okay.
Of course.
Of course you can.
You and Woody were fighting over whose hoodie she was going to wear.
Okay. It was against my better instinct and judgment. Little did I know, she had glittered herself up in between the time I gave her the sweatshirt and by the time she came out on stage.
Oh, yeah.
So when she popped open that sweatshirt, glitter everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere, including all over the sweatshirt.
You're bedazzled now.
I go, oh. I gotta go home. I gotta explain to my wife why my sweatshirt smells like
Fredericks of Hollywood.
Victoria's Secret, vanilla body spray and glitter.
I was buying cards for kids at CVS, honey.
I tripped.
Likely
I fell
story.
into a Victoria's Secret angel spray.
So I got home late that night. The boy was asleep. The wife was asleep. I go, I'm just gonna put this in the wash.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. And yeah, the glitter came off, but it coated the entire washing machine.
Yes.
It's over.
It also made you seem way more guilty of something nefarious.
Yeah.
The fact you tried to cover up the evidence instead of having the conversation and being like, this happened, there's glitter everywhere, should I just throw this thing away? The fact that you took initiative to do laundry was probably like a huge red flag.
Yeah, it was. Mistakes were made that night.
Yeah.
Charger for sale, comes with a free washing machine.
So glitter coats the inside of the drum of the entire washing machine. The next load of laundry is the boys. Like little onesies. And man, this kid is running around in the walker the next day, and I could see the sun hit him from the right way,
He looks
and he's
like
glistening.
Edward Cullen
Yeah, he
from
looks like
Twilight.
it's in the Twilight.
Yeah, he goes to preschool looking like his wardrobe is from Party City.
And there was glitter all over his head. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
Little Liberace.
You probably still got a little glitter happening at your house from this incident. Those over 10 years ago.
Liberace.
And she, my wife goes, "What the?" I go, "All right, I gotta be honest with you. Here's what happened. Here's what happened was." And I think from then I was banned from doing the wash.
Congrats.
Yeah.
What a way to go out.
So Glickles. That's the
Dumb.
new fad. Don't do it. Lay's, my favorite potato chip, Lay's, is bringing one of the most popular international flavors to the U.S. for the very first time. They're called all dressed up chips. And I've never heard of this before. Sounds absolutely horrendous. But it is the most asked about potato chip, and Lay's is finally bringing it to the U.S. So all dressed up is a mix of barbecue, salt and vinegar, and sour cream and onion on one chip.
This is in the UK? Because I feel like I've seen an all dressed before.
Maybe in Canada.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Like this chip has its own dedicated fan base.
All dressed. Yeah, I've seen these before.
With Reddit threads filled with Americans bummed to see the chip only in Canada.
Dude, every time I come back from the UK or from wherever I'm traveling, I'm always telling you about different chips that I tried because their flavors are so good and they're so different. I mean, there's a couple that are not for me. There's like a shrimp one. There's a lobster one I see a lot.
Oh, well, yeah. And in Japan, remember somebody gave us all those Japanese.
Oh, yeah. Those two. But I'm saying in the UK. And maybe I'm thinking about some Canadian ones too.
They're
but
very popular. What's one very popular one across the pond? Oh, ketchup flavored ones.
Yeah.
ketchup and
Which aren't terrible.
there's a chicken. There's like barbecue chicken and chicken something or other.
Chicken and waffles.
I don't remember if it's chicken or
But
waffles.
these are called all dressed ups. They're a mixture of barbecue, salt and vinegar, sour cream and onion, and they're hitting U.S. store shelves soon. One Redditor said these are the absolute best chips Lay's has ever done. I'm just an OG yellow package Lay's. I'm good with those.
Sour cream and onion. I love.
Barbecue flavored?
Oh, yeah.
I do like salt and vinegar.
Me too.
They have a pickled
That's
onion.
another flavor you got to age into.
Barbecue?
For salt and vinegar, you don't ever see little kids like slamming coconut cookies and salt and vinegar chips. If you do, you're probably looking at a dwarf.
Oh, David says the dressed up chips have been available at some gas stations already. I don't know. Give me your review.
Sensations roast chicken and thyme.
Dude, I had a gross
Roast chicken and thyme.
For a while, they were pushing like a seafood flavored one.
Oh,
You guys remember that?
Lay's?
Yeah.
And did you have it?
I can't remember. If
I would never. I'd never.
Here's some crazy ones from in like Thailand and stuff like that, man.
Here's a couple
crayfish, potato chips.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of like shrimp ones, and they're everywhere. They're not just in Asia. Here's one. Here's a whole list in the UK. Wagyu beef and honey mustard is their number 3. There's an Italian cheese and pork. There's a lot of like different cheese and wine. They're pretty good, man. And this pickled onion monster munch is pretty dope.
Chick-fil-A recently tweaked their French fries, and now fans are up in arms, saying the minor changes had a major impact. There was a rumor last summer, but they were that they were ditching their waffle fries completely and switching to normal cut fries, but that wasn't true. But Chick-fil-A did reveal they were looking at ways to make them crispier. So it's not clear when the new fries rolled out, but people online are complaining that they're drier, grainier, and not as good as they used to be.
I do want them to be a little crispier. When I get the ones with the skin on them and it has a little bit more of a texture, I do like that. You know, my kids, and I don't think they're alone, they freaking love Chick-fil-A and hate the fries.
Yeah, my kids love Chick-fil-A, period.
But they love the fries? Mine don't love the fries. They're always like, nope, don't like the fries.
They love the whole menu. Chick-fil-A added a page on their website and confirmed they are using a new recipe. The main difference is the fries are now created with a, coated with a pea starch, PEA, to keep them crispier longer, but they claim they still have the same great taste. But people disagree. So now every Chick-fil-A post on social media is being flooded with comments like, bring back the old fries, and your fries are not good anymore. So there you go. You'll survive, everybody.
Okay.
You'll be okay. Anybody see the video of, this is not on the food tip, of the woman jumping out of her car in Kansas City?
No.
What?
Why?
I saw this.
Oh,
I was sliding.
Yeah.
Yes.
See if you can pull up this video, Moon.
Okay.
A woman in Kansas City jumped out of her car when she hit a patch of black ice while heading down an off-ramp.
What the heck?
She decided bailing out of her car was the best bet.
Was the eject alarm going off? Eject, eject.
Like Walter with the whites whenever he's in the Big Lebowski and they're going to pick up the money, do the trade.
So she is. It looks like a sweeping. It looks like a sweeping off ramp. I don't know what highway it was on out in Kansas City, but you can't see the ice. So she must have been going too quick. The car's at a skid. She's got no control, and she decides, I'm going to open up the driver's side door and just roll out of the car.
Oh my goodness! What do you think?
What's the worst that could happen?
Dude, and did you see how lucky she got? She decided to bail right when the car tilted, so when she hops out, she doesn't go under her own
Here,
tire.
go back. Let me pull the audio up of that.
She should be a stunt woman.
All right, let me see if I got this going here. Okay, go ahead, play it. Give me some audio on that.
Vehicle up. I was really thinking about if a collision was going to happen, I didn't want to be in the car.
A man posted this video on Facebook and shared it with Fox 4. You can see 19-year-old America Smalls abandoning her vehicle as it slides down the icy road. When Smalls hit the brakes to slow down, she says her vehicle did not respond. She saw a red light ahead at Vivian and Old Pike Road.
Yeah, and she decided to just roll out of the car. Yeah. Not recommended, kids.
No, you got to stay with your car.
You got to stay with the car.
You got to learn how to drive on ice.
You got to stay with the car, guys.
I loved her very self-centered thinking. If there's going to be a collision, I didn't want to be in the car.
Yeah.
It was still in drive,
Poor thing.
and I got
car's
out.
still going.
And it's someone else. If there's going to be a collision, I want it to be somebody else's
I'm
problem.
okay.
But did you see the one moment that the car went whoop and veered to the left, so the driver's side, if she popped out, wouldn't go under the tire? I mean, did you see how? I mean,
Yeah, oh yeah. This is not a smart person.
she didn't jump. She just rolled out, which normally some part of your body's going under that tire, that back tire.
Well, or another car is coming behind you, possibly, that also is out of control. I mean,
I hope
she's
she
on the
checked her
ground.
mirrors.
She said she did. She said she looked behind her and nobody was coming down the off ramp. But they're not recommending this.
No?
Too chill, man. You're too chill.
A report described her as, quote, unfamiliar with winter driving conditions.
Yeah.
Or emergency protocol.
That's for real, though. I mean, we learn how to drive through professional instruction, take the test, get a license. And if you're lucky, you have a person in your life that will teach you how to drive on ice because that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, the one thing you got to teach a kid, and I don't know how you do this, is you got to teach him how to get out of a spin.
Yeah. Parking lots.
Yeah. You got to spin the car out.
It's a fun thing to learn.
I remember
That's
my
why
dad.
dirt roads are great with that.
Dirt roads are great. Gravel roads, where you can spin out on the gravel. Mm-hmm. My dad specifically, I remember when I was 15 or whatever, getting my permit and, born in March. So driving right up into winter, Greg took me out to a good parking lot and he's like, all right, let's do some donuts. Let's learn how to lean into the spin. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you got to do
Hell
it.
yeah, dude.
Austin brings up a great point. Got to appreciate this woman's flight or flight attitude.
Yeah, that was flight for
That's
sure.
flight. that is a flight attitude.
Goodbye.
Yeah, but you're sending your car on to fight.
Right. You battle it.
Yeah, you're
Flight's
sending-
fine. Just make the whole thing be flight.
I hope she
Like
becomes.
put it in park, jump out, let it hit the side of the road, and stop. You
It
just
kept
left
going.
it in drive and bailed.
The car wound up going into a ditch.
Yeah, but that was. It went
60
down into a
yards
ditch
later.
and up, and could have gone over.
Did you see that Kansas City video that came out of the semi that went sideways?
Yes.
That was scary,
Yeah, there are a couple areas around here that are still sketchy. If you are coming onto 40 going east off Long Road, there is no entrance ramp anymore. It's just on the road.
Oh,
yeah,
my.
there's a couple
no
lanes disappearing on 42. That happened to me this morning on the way in.
Yeah, there's no, and I experienced it for the first time this morning because yesterday that entrance was closed. Today it's you go and you're on the road.
Yeah, there was the right lane seemed to be the clearest today on the way in, and then it just kind of stopped being there. And then it was just mostly just ice and piles of snow. Just abruptly. Like where there was because they're plowing the merge lane, so they're plowing the snow pile got bigger, and you're just going in the right lane, and you might be going 50 or 60 or whatever, and it just stops being a lane. So
Yeah,
beware.
listen, it goes without saying, teach your kids, your young drivers, not to leave the car while it's in motion.
I did see a guy on Twitter
While
get
it's
away
in
from the
motion.
cops like that, though. It was a sick dismount, dude. I'll try
Like
to
running from the police.
running from the cops, had the car gas, took a corner, went out the passenger side, did a commando roll, popped up, and sat in a lawn chair in somebody's front yard, and the car kept going, and the cops kept chasing the car, and he got up and ran.
Whoa.
And I was like, that's a professional criminal.
Whoa. Yesterday, we had the story of the guy in the Central West End. Locally here, car got stuck in the snow. A kind gentleman helped this person push his car out and then immediately carjacked him.
Mm-hmm.
Headline,
Oh, no.
man carjacked after being asked to help shovel snow.
So this is the reverse. Can you help me? And then the gun comes out.
Yes. This is a story from KMOV. A man was carjacked by the person who asked for his help shoveling snow in St. Louis. So according to the police, the 35-year-old guy was robbed at gunpoint by a man who he encountered at a mobile gas station on North Broadway around 5:45 p.m. on Monday. The man said the suspect initially asked for his help with shoveling snow. However, when he went to an unknown area in St. Louis County with the suspect, he became suspicious and returned to the gas station. A couple red flags here.
Huh?
So, guys at the gas station, somebody says, hey, can you give me a hand shoveling snow? Can you follow me? Mm-hmm. And the guy said, okay. Follows the guy to some unknown area in St. Louis County.
I like how the helper goes, okay.
Okay.
you got him in nerd glasses already.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the guy goes, this is weird. I'm going to go back to the gas station. Once back at the gas station, the man says the suspect approached him, pointed a gun at him, and took his car. The suspect then drove off in the man's Nissan Rogue. The carjacked vehicle was followed by another man driving a Traverse. This is why you can't help anybody.
Well, also following them to a weird.
I know. There's a whole bunch
Yeah,
of
that's.
bunch
a
of
bummer.
my Spidey sense should have kicked in.
It's like that Key and Peele sketch. You ever seen that? Or he's in jail. and he's got he sounded just like that guy. He's got like big goofy glasses on. He's
Okay.
like, you ought to let me out of here. And he goes, okay. He lets him out and he gets put back in the cage. He's like, boy, you got me in some big trouble there. He's like, well, you did the right thing. Let me out. All right, good point. He opens up and he just like lets him out 20 times.
Now, obviously, carjacking somebody is trash behavior. Am I right?
Yeah. Trash people.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the absolute trashiest human on earth, yes, you get a 10 for trash behavior. So how trashy of a human are you?
Oh,
is
I
the
love
question.
this quiz. Yeah, let's go.
How trashy of a human are you?
Let me stand up.
Yeah, stand up for this, Rafe.
Now, the trash scale is from 1 to 10, with 10 being the absolute trashiest person on earth. I'm going to give you a scenario, a type of behavior, and you tell me on the trash scale how trashy you would be to do one of these things.
I'll keep score.
Parking in handicapped spots without a permit. Not saying you do this behavior. I'm not saying you do this.
Oh.
But how trashy is that on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, it's a 10.
Parking in a handicapped spot without a permit.
That's a 10.
Yeah, that's.
Is that a 10? Now, 10 is the absolute trashiest human on earth.
Can I ask this? This is like a little sub question to this question. There's parking your vehicle in a handicap parking space, but what about sitting at the theater in the handicap section and then also using the handicap bathroom? Like you have other options, but you kind of want more space in a public bathroom. Is that the same trash?
No.
Because I feel like they're different, right? Like we're all mad if we see somebody park in a space that is for handicapped people and they do not have the plaque. But do you also
if you're
get upset
using their bathroom?
if you're using their bathroom and then also sitting at the theater? You know what I'm saying?
That's
Don't know, man. There's been some.
because I've used handicap bathrooms before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, it's like your own little studio apartment back there.
Right.
Who doesn't
At
want
the
that?
Christmas party,
You're the furthest away from the urinals. You don't have to worry about getting any.
at the Christmas party over at Four Hands,
Yeah.
I had to go use the bathroom, and the first available room I passed was the family bathroom,
You just went in there.
Listen, those are
which
built.
was open.
Those are built for families.
I feel like it's.
The accessible stall is built for the access.
Right.
It's not reserved
Agreed.
for the access.
Okay.
The parking spot
I agree
is
with you.
reserved.
Is reserved.
You
Good
have to
point.
go
I
to the
agree.
law and get approved.
One is accessible, the other is reserved. Not the same thing.
Okay.
100%.
Good.
Still
Okay.
not
All right.
fun to
Voice of
see.
reason.
Still not fun
Love
to see
it.
wheels.
Absolved.
I will be honest. It's still not fun to be in the middle of dropping a Glickle and see wheels roll up. And then you have to come up with a plan for when you come out. You're like, do I
Exactly.
just tuck my shirt into my underwear, pull it up, and act like, you know,
No, you
maybe
leave.
I'm a little off?
No, you leave what's in the toilet and go. See, it's sparkly. I have a disease.
I have a
Yeah.
disease, sir.
I got
And that's why I'm going to give a 9. I'm giving a 9 to parking and handicap
Oh,
parking.
to the reserve spots? Oh, no,
I'll give a
that's
9
10.
too.
Here's why it's not a 10. Because I see people abuse the handicap parking, like hang the placard when it's a relative, and they're not really. Those are the 10s to me.
Yeah, but that's on them.
But that's a 10. That's 10 trash behavior to me. Is when you use a handicap placard, you don't need it.
But at least they have the placard.
At least if you're
he's asking if
audacious enough to just like park there and look like an a-hole.
and to do it without
You're
it.
hiding behind the placard. You're a 10 to me.
Hey man, you know I get real upset. There's a specific case, and you're well aware of it, and I'm always upset at that. But that's a 9 compared to you doing it without the placard.
All right, moving on. I'm going to give it a 9. You give it a 10.
I'm
10.
10.
10.
Fully.
9.
That's a
I'll
fully.
go 9.
9. Leaving your gum under a table or chair.
Oh, not since I was like 7, right? I mean, we've all done that.
Isn't that paying it forward?
Never? You've never left your gum on something? That was like a total 90s thing to do.
I'll put it under a table.
And you know why? Because it's so gum is a tool of karma. It is a karma tool, and the first time that you stick one on there, you're gonna step on it. You're gonna step on it within
I
within the
I
year.
haven't done it in
But you stepped in gum.
35 years.
Right.
You stepped in gum in a parking lot or something, right?
Oh,
Hot,
yeah.
sweaty St. Louis day, and it's stuck forever. That's just
Trash scale, 1 to 10.
a 6.
6.
I'll go 9.
9.
Yeah, I mean, I was trashy as a kid. I mean, we were sticking them under our desks. Idiot, you know? Just happened.
I'm going 9.
9.
Oh my gosh, the same as parking in a handicap spot.
Hey, dude, you wait table. Do a we used to work at a bar and grill.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to do like the once a year
Scrape.
cleanup where we'd flip the tables, and so many people are doing it. There would be just gross, disgusting gum underneath all the tables and chairs.
And we've all stuck our hand underneath and went,
Yeah.
And people also put it in like sweet and low packets and just leave it in the. That's a 10 for
The
me.
holder.
Oh, really?
They'll like spit it in a sweet and low, and then they'll put it like in the little caddy with all the mustards and
In the
stuff.
caddy?
Oh,
You just put it on your
no.
plate
Do it
so it
all
gets
the time.
tossed with the other stuff.
That's a 10er for me, dog.
Well, I was a custodial services engineer, and I spent an entire summer scraping that stuff off of desks. It's just, it's just
Scott?
something that you're going to get
Yeah,
back.
I'm going to go. It's completely trashy, and I've scraped plenty of that off. But I'm going to say 8.
8. I'm going to give it a 6.
Me and you, man.
You do it.
Me and
I
you.
don't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've gone
that's
higher.
why.
I don't do it.
Guilty.
Letting your dog poop on somebody's lawn and not picking it up. I'll start with Learn.
Yeah, that's a 9.
9.
Dang.
And
I mean, this is trash behavior. I mean, all of it. You're pooping on
There are
the lawn.
degrees. There are degrees of trash.
You know what though? Technology has come so far. You know how often your dog poops. Take a bag with you. Like you're a trash person for not. Now, if he's got diarrhea and you've already picked up, I understand. That's like the caveat.
I mean, I'm going to give it a 7.
7.
Wow.
I'm with you, 7.
I don't think these are animals.
I got so mad. We stayed at a hotel with Bo a couple months ago, and they had the little dog area that had bags. And he's blind, so he went out and stepped in a pile of another dog's poop immediately.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I want to kill this person who, like, they couldn't have made it more easy for you to pick it up. It's just like a little grassy knoll, 2 trash cans, a fake fire hydrant, and a little thing.
They have the bag.
The bags were there. So you just let your dog poop, and we're like, nah.
Yeah, if your dog poops in that area and every accoutrement to pick it up is there, that's a 10.
It's okay. But just a front yard
Front
deuce,
yard dookie.
I'm going to go 8.
Scott?
I'm going to go. Man, that is pretty bad. I'll say 7.
Poking holes in a condom to trap somebody into a relationship.
Wow, wow, a million. You're making life a million.
That's a 3.
That's security, baby.
Yeah, that's a 3. 2.5. We've all been in love.
Oh my God.
Boy.
Yeah, that's a 10.
That's a 10.
What about poking a hole in your roommate's condoms?
That's
As a joke.
Nah.
Yeah, we need little kids.
Well, as long
right
as
here.
you
What a
yell out-
huge leap we just
as
took.
long as you yell out just jokes.
LOL.
Gotcha. As long as you say gotcha when they're done.
Throwing cigarette butts out a car window.
Yeah,
That's a 10.
10.
A 10?
That's an 8.
It's a 10.
First
not
of
the
all,
80s
smoking in your
anymore.
car is a 10.
Trapping somebody in a relationship by impregnating is equivalent to a cigarette butt out
Well,
of
we
a
said it was a
window.
3.
Not
This is the
equivalent.
scale
10's the
we
highest
have,
we can
dude.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We said that,
This is the scale.
but, Rafe said it was a 3,
Everything-
so I agree that.
When everything's a 10 or a 9, it loses its meaning.
well, I'm sorry.
No,
We didn't know
I
we were
all
going to
this
take that
trash.
huge leap.
This one, it's just pointless trash that gets left, and it won't. It's all plastic, so it's just this.
And by the
nasty
way,
thing.
when you start touching one or two of these things, it's the same person doing every one of these
Oh,
things.
absolutely. I'm
Dude.
building a profile in my mind of this human.
The person that I know that trapped somebody with a pregnancy, I'm sure is throwing cigarette butts out their window. For sure. And the gum
I mean,
thing.
That's like a 6 that's a 6 to me.
I
Yeah,
get
it's
it.
trashy behavior.
yeah, but you're a former smoker, so you've got you threw. You're trying to like rid yourself
the
of the
world
guilt.
was my ashtray.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You used to say, dude. You were so upset about the glitter in your charger, but you're
Right.
smoking and throwing
Yeah.
it out.
Your cigarette butts are the glitter of this world.
Your lungs are covered in glitter.
All right, give me a score.
Oh, for what? What are we doing?
Throwing cigarette butts out the
8.
window.
It's an
8.
8 for me.
Wow.
Learn.
10.
10.
I'm just counting that in the all-encompassing of littering. Like when I see somebody throw stuff out their window on the highway, I get infuriated. I don't know why, but it enrages me.
The trash scale
What
goes all the way.
Does it
to-
depend
Goes all
on
the
what
way.
it is?
Not really.
I used to be an apple core thrower until somebody told me that I'm like putting seeds in the wrong, terroir.
I mean, maybe if it wasn't like on the interstate and you threw it out on a country road, I might be like, apple core's fine. But I'm talking trash. I'm talking like
I would never do it on
Big
the
Mac
concrete.
wrapper, throwing a big gulp out the window.
Oh yeah, no, I would never. Just to be clear, I would never do it on the highway. I would do it on like the grass.
Going 10.
It had to hit the grass.
I'm getting mad thinking about it.
10. All right, Scott.
It pisses
10.
me off,
It's
man.
a 10.
It's so gross.
Using your speakerphone in a public place.
Oh, bro.
Hey, the cigarette butt thing does look so cool when somebody does it in front of you at night, and it looks like
Oh, it sparks.
it hits the
Yeah.
the road. It's so tight.
Speakerphone in a public place.
Sometimes that can be interesting, and sometimes it can be very annoying. Like if you are on speaker, I kind of like to know what's going on, and I'll eavesdrop. So I'm going to say a 5 because sometimes it's entertaining, like at the airport.
Yeah, the majority of
Yeah,
it.
I think that's a 5. That's a 5.
Yeah.
That's trash behavior, yes.
The majority of it is old folks too, which is so I'm going to give a lot of grace there. I'll back down to a 5 as well. I'm with you.
That's good. 5.
guys are
I
out of
agree
your
with
mind.
it. I'll even go 4 or 5.
That's a 7 minimum.
No,
That's a 7 minimum, dude. That is so main character. I am over main character energy so much that 2025 I am going to start dropping the hammer on people. I'm over it. I'm over everybody thinking not everyone's opinion matters, and not everyone needs. You're not the only person in the world. It drove me crazy. It happened to me on vacation. I already told Riz about this, but like, this guy was super nice, and he's like, he's telling me like he's trying to come up with like it was the activities thing at the hotel, and he's like, well, you could go whale watching, you could go here. Some lady walks up and she's like, where's the bus? And he goes, well, and I love the way he handled it. He goes, the bus terminal is that way and take a right. And she goes, so here and there? And he goes, I said right. Go down the hallway, look for the sign that says bus terminal, and take a right. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to continue helping this man that you so rudely interrupted. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. This guy you don't see that at a hotel often. And she's like, and I go, does that happen all the time? She walked away. He goes, all day long. He goes, it's so crazy. And I go, is it really bad because Americans on vacation think they're extra entitled? And I didn't get that out of my mouth before another guy goes, 2675. And the guy goes, what? 2675. And he goes, what are you saying? And he goes, my room. And he goes, the elevators are right behind you. It was like the guy wasn't even trying to find. And I'm just like, I'm over that main character. Like, everyone thinks they're the star of the show, and I think this is like the talking on speakerphone in public.
7. Scott?
7.5.
I'm going to go 4.
4.
After that argument.
Leaving your headlights on the high beams when another car is coming towards you.
Yeah, sometimes it's a mistake. That's a 5. Or not 4. I don't care. I can see anything. Got razor sharp vision.
Moon?
I say 5.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah. 4 coming at me. 6 if you're behind me.
Good point.
Because then, you ever
in
had
the
somebody
mirror?
just blind you in the mirror for like 20 miles?
Does it work when you flip the mirror? I remember my mom always being like,
Yeah, it does.
flip that
Yeah.
mirror.
It's still not in the side view, but it helps in the
Helps in the rear view.
But
Scott?
the cars that now have the automatic, where they always feel so bad because I don't like some of these trucks I drive. I don't know how to turn that off, and it'll
the
hit
auto-
people at the wrong time. Like,
auto
no,
high
it
beams.
wasn't me. It was the car. But yeah, I'm gonna say I'll go 4. Not a big deal.
Tailgating somebody in traffic.
Pretty cool.
Man,
Are they cute? Or
That's a 7 for me.
That's a 7 just because of the
Yeah.
danger.
That's a 7.
yeah,
I think it's 8.
8.
5. I don't care.
5? If somebody tailgates you,
Sometimes I'm tailgating, sometimes they're tailgating me.
you're a tailgater.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't mean to. It just
Hurry up.
happens. Well, people don't get out of my damn way. That's why.
Yeah, you're making a good argument. I was going to really be a dick about this, and then I realized I get furious when people are driving if you're driving in the passing lane, I'll ride your ass to give you a little hint that it's time to
Yeah,
get
but
over.
you back off.
Yeah, I don't ride it for a long time, but I will ride you for a second and be like, get over. So,
Listen, we all exhibit trashy behavior every once in a while. It's okay.
but I'm not a constant tailgater.
No.
I'll go 6.5.
Selling fake tickets to a concert or game.
Oh, you're so lame. Ruin somebody's night. That's terrible.
That's a 9.
Yeah, that's 10 yeah.
Oh, it's a 10, dude. That's a 10.
See, to me, carjacking somebody's a 10.
Yeah, me too.
Has that ever happened to you?
You're carjacking my night, dude. I bought these tickets to go see A Perfect Circle, and now I can't get in the door.
Yeah. You ever bought a fake ticket?
Yeah.
Oh, how mad were you?
Awful.
It sucks.
Bro, one time at a Cardinals game, this dude was smooth as butter. And he was just like, baby boys, I got them good ones for you. And we were like college guys. And he's like, it was like a Cardinals-Cincinnati Reds game. And we bought them because he was like, I'm getting ready to leave. It's first inning. I'll give them to you for $15 a piece. These are, you're like, oh, these are good seats, section 103. And they were real tickets, but they were from the year before. We got to the game because I was like, these look real. These look legit. We just didn't check the date. And like we went to the front and she goes, I don't know where you got these, but these are from last year. And I was just like, this dude held on to these for a year. And got his money.
So
For
Yeah.
$30 too.
I was so mad.
We
dude.
bought fake Yankee tickets and off somebody because you couldn't, like, scalping in front of the venue was, I mean, when I got to St. Louis, I mean, you see it here, across the street from Busch Stadium?
Yep. Tickets.
It was way illegal to do that in New York. And there are certain ballparks where they have a fenced-in area, where you could do it. But here it's like across the street. We'd bought tickets to a Yankee game, made a couple buddies, made our way to the Bronx, only to be turned away at the gate.
That sucks.
It sucks. That's a bad feeling.
Did you paid for parking?
Oh, we did. We took the subway.
Well, I guess
But
that's
still, I mean, the old Yankee Stadium was in a terrible place. All right, one more. Scott, what is it? Give me a 9 or 10?
Oh, that's 10.
A 10. Let me see here. Leaving the gas pump at a crowded gas station, leaving the gas pump to go inside to buy something without moving your car.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, crowded.
okay. I mean, like, this is extra. Like, if you, okay, that's where you're parked. You're spending money at this establishment. It's squatters' rights.
Yeah, is the
Oh,
pump running? I mean, you just put it in.
I'm going to give it a 10.
And you're filling it up and you're walking in, right? You haven't like completed the pump and then walked in, right?
You're littering a 6.
So I go out, I prepay, I put the pump in, I put the little thing down, and then walk in. That's the scenario you're painting here?
Or, no, because I never leave the pump going when I'm not
It's illegal.
when I'm not present.
What? Why?
I don't know.
That's when you go in.
No, you're
If you got to go in.
Well, you're not
That's when you
supposed
get
to.
your
That's
gas
breaking
stolen.
the rules.
Yeah.
I'm a
What-
prepaid.
what
That's a
rule?
law, right?
What's
So,
the timeout?
I'm exempt.
He's saying it's a law. You're saying it's a rule. Is that real?
It's probably
You're supposed to
unsafe.
stay with it.
Why? What's going to happen? Well, I got to
don't
babysit the
know.
hose?
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
Well, I'm
You
going
are
to steal
some-
that hose and fill my car up.
I think it just has to do with like spilling gas.
Oh, I never thought about that. Somebody just taking it out and
Yeah,
never
well,
thought of-
listen,
Listen, I
how's
don't
that
do
gonna
this.
happen?
I don't do this anymore anyway because I
know.
have nothing to get in there.
I'm saying you park at the pump.
You've pumped. You park there, then you go in after you're done, and everything's done. Like, you've put the gas.
You put and then you hung
Yeah,
up the
right.
thing. You got your receipt and then you walk in.
Yeah.
Is
It's
someone
squatters'
behind
rights.
me?
Okay,
It's a crowded gas station.
that's a 6.
Yeah.
I'm a prepayer because I don't want to. There's too many people getting their credit card stolen at the pump with all these fake. So I go in and usually get like
You do?
a Gatorade. I prepay. I go out. I pump. I leave.
You go inside every time you get gas?
Not every single time, but like a lot of times when I'm on the road and stuff like that, I usually go in. I'll go in even if I don't get anything. I'll
Oh,
go in and
on the
prepay.
road, yeah, because you're getting snacks, so you're kind of upgrading the.
Yeah, and that's typically when I see the busy ones is off the interstate.
Okay, so what if this scenario? You don't get gas. You park at a pump and you go in.
Yeah, that's
Well,
dumb.
That Buc-ee's down in Springfield, we're going to fill up with gas there, and we roll off, ton of traffic going into that place, and every single pump had a car there, and then you notice there's no people in the car.
Yeah,
And
they're
so you
all
sit there
inside.
waiting for an empty car to leave.
They're all
That's-
inside.
Yeah, that's
I did that
that's
at that
awful.
Buc-ee's. Tim and I, we were going to Nixa, and we filled up, and I had to go inside, and we left the car there, and we just went in and
Even
got
at the Wally's, I'll pump gas and then go to a parking
Then you
spot.
go
But that's
Yeah,
mainly
that's what
because
you
there's no parking spots. Like, that's the other part of these bigger
Isn't there
gas
behind there?
stations. Well, behind. Nobody's going to go back there.
I need a score. I need a score.
I mean, I am this trash, so I'm going to give it a respectable 6.
6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 6. That's
6.
I'm gonna say 6 if the gas is still going. If it's finished and then you leave it, that's an 8.
I'm going to go 10 if it's a busy gas station, and if it's just a normal, everyday little gas station, no one's there,
Gas
it's
is-
a 4.
You do it, you hang it up, you're at the only diesel pump. There's 4 diesel trucks behind you.
Yes.
You're in a Sonata.
Yeah, 10.
That's a 10? Okay, cool.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
We got to take a break, but first. All right, Teamers Remember the Day is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shot Slimburg, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the info at hotshotsnet.com. From Waterloo, Illinois, Aaron Fritz.
Yeah.
Teamers Remember the Day.
Aaron.
I was wondering.
You said that wrong.
Hey, Ron, where are you? Where is Ron right now?
Ron is a loyal evangelist, has never missed a show, attended multiple Riz Show events and hopes to attend many more in the new year. Appreciates all the energy that Moon brings to the show, King Scott's one-liners, learns classic laugh, Rafe's small-town stories, and my attitude. Aaron is ecstatic to be a member of Team Riz and hopes to be sworn into the Pork Steak Army next.
Oh.
Aaron Fritz from Waterloo is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. Program phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails. RizShow1057thepoint.com. Crab on Celebrities here in just a moment. We're going to play Do It Bitch for the first time this year. Do It Bitch. Learn's version.
Oh, yeah.
So Lauren's going to take over. It'll be her game. We'll talk to Chris Kerber at around 8:30 for the first time this year. I know during Crap On you got a story about tattoos. Mm-hmm. What is it? The
most popular rock band tattoos.
The most popular rock band tattoos. Okay, now we're all inked up here.
Yeah.
Should a 9-year-old get a tattoo?
I saw this. Wasn't it an American flag?
Well, yeah. Should a 9-year-old get a tattoo?
What? I don't know the backstory. I saw the headline.
Well, where can a 9-year-old get a tattoo?
At her dad's shop.
No, I mean, she legally got a tattoo.
Interesting.
Legally, this little girl got a tattoo.
Was
You
like
better
after
leave-
a surgery?
Better leave space for 2 more stars because Canada and Mexico coming our way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first we'll get Greenland. Greenland first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason we're taking over everything. I don't know.
No, if you go to Arizona,
In Paraguay, on a lark.
it's legal for kids in Arizona with a parent's consent to get a tattoo.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's legal here.
Is it?
You don't have to be 18 if you got a guardian.
That's how I got mine. I'd forged my dad's signature.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, you can be under 18.
9?
But
I
I
was at
thought
9, but I was underage.
I thought you still had to be over a certain age.
You're
It wasn't
right.
16 or
9.
18
I
or
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that,
I just
but-
know it was like anyone under the age of 18 has to have consent from a
9.
legal guardian. And believe it or not, a guy named Spider just accepted a piece of paper that had my dad's name on it and didn't ask too many questions.
Well.
It went
Well,
ahead.
and you just scribbled Dad.
Dad.
Yeah, I wrote
Dad Williams.
Yes, I wrote Dad Williams.
I got one at a place who just asked me. He said, "Hey man, you over 18?" I went, "Yes." And he goes, "You got an idea?" I said, "Not on me." He goes, "All right, man, come on back."
Come on back.
Now, okay, I understand 16 with a parent's consent. Okay.
Yeah. Cool,
9?
Cool, Mom.
9.
I don't even know what I would get at 9 years old. What would your 9-year-old self want?
You
You
gotta
know?
get that lady that Pete had from Pete and Pete.
Oh, yeah.
9 years old?
She would
Me,
dance.
9 years old.
What are you getting at 9?
Bart Simpson. You know, I mean, that's 9 years old.
So people on the internet are up in arms after a tattoo artist in Yuma, Arizona gave a 9-year-old girl a tattoo, which it is legal for kids in Arizona with parents' consent.
It's a turtle.
It happened last year, apparently, but the tattoo artist posted the video of it. I don't know if it was a weird, like, look what I did, look how cool I am. I'm not sure what the flex here was supposed to be. But he said the little girl came in with her parents asking for a neck tattoo
No way.
of Donald Trump.
Oh, wow.
But he talked her into getting an American flag tattoo on her arm. So I guess there's the flex. Like, hey, I stopped this girl from making the mistake of getting a President Trump tattoo on her neck. I talked her into getting an American flag on her
Hey, dude, that's just a little
her arm.
patriot, all right? That's all that is.
He told her he'd do the Trump one if she still wanted it in a year. So when you're 10, you come back.
Yeah, because you're going to mature so much in the next
You
year.
come back.
I like how the
Oh my
moral
God.
police here is the artist, which also tattooed a 9-year-old.
Right. Well, you got to make that money.
She did come back. So she got an American flag tattoo on her arm when she was 9, which was last year. She came back.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want the Trump tattoo anymore. She just wanted the flag touched up. But here are comments from a different tattoo artist and some other parents. Here's what other tattoo artists think about what this guy did.
It is one of the most frustrating things about our career field. If you see a 10-year-old child with a professional-looking tattoo and they said they got it at a tattoo shop, that kind of degrades us as a whole.
I wouldn't let my daughter underage get any tattoo. No way. No, that's crazy.
No, I don't agree. I think they should wait a while.
I think if you let your teenagers do what they want, they slow it down on it quicker. If you tell them they can't, they're going to find a way, and they're going to do it 3 times.
Why does everyone in this soundbite sound like they've had 5 drinks?
I don't know. Bar?
I don't know about you. I don't know. Everyone was just a little slurred.
Yeah, that was
I don't know
wild.
where that interview was conducted at Senior Frogs.
Also, the fact that the parents of the 9-year-old were okay with her getting a
Right.
Trump tattoo on her neck.
This is
at
body
the age
modification
of
we're
9.
fine with for a 9-year-old. Yeah.
God.
And to weigh in on the situation, we've gone to Senior Frog's Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, let's get it.
Where we would definitely should find someone okay with a 9-year-old getting a tattoo, and we still couldn't find anybody. Maybe that's what they were doing.
This
Like,
more at 10.
let's go to the place. What was the name? Gators? Gator Tails?
Yeah.
Shady Gators.
Shady Gators.
Gators.
We're at Shady Gators.
Lake
Lake
of
of
the
the
Ozarks,
Ozarks.
July.
July 4th, it's 10 p.m. If we can find anyone that would have let a child get an American flag tattoo, this is the place.
And we find nobody.
This is ridiculous. Please make it wait till they're 12.
They're going to get it 3 times.
Yeah, there are some very bad
That's wild.
tattoo artists out there that'll tattoo anything.
Yeah.
Also, just think about like your tattoos that when you were 18. We've all had these tattoo conversations where we're like, well, not my best decision I ever made. And that's a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah,
I
my
love my
18
tramp stamp.
My 18-year-old tattoo has been covered up
With what?
with a lion.
Oh, cool. What was it before?
It was an eagle.
Okay. Oh, we've evolved.
Do you love your tramp stamp?
I love my tramp stamp. Is it a Hindu Om? Yes, it is. Am I Hindu? No, I am not. Did
you
Brandon Boyd from Incubus draw it? Yes, he did.
Did he not like it when you told him about it?
Brandon Boyd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him. He goes, I didn't draw that.
Oh, no.
Dang.
I go, damn it, Brandon, I got your book.
Failed.
It was in your book.
It was White Fluffy Clouds, that art book.
And
he said he didn't draw it?
Yeah. I was
Whoa.
like, BS, mofo. I have the book.
in general, the first tattoos, I like mine because it makes me laugh at what an idiot I was. But it's like
Yours says hot rod, right?
Yeah, yeah. I had 2 pints of banana red Mad Dog in me, and I forged my dad's signature and got it on the dare.
Why Hot Rod?
My friends were like, "We dare you to get Hot Rod, that Roddy Piper one."
Can you
was
show
like,
the
"I'll do
camera
it."
your
Sure.
Hot Rod tattoo on your arm?
And now
on your
and I
lower back,
grew.
put it-
No,
put
it's
it-
right there. Now it's very small. In I don't know if you can see it on.
That was
camera.
huge.
Because
back in
those
the
guns
90s,
are so big.
Yeah, because I got so fat. Yeah, I outfatted my tattoo. But
Is it an Old English?
no, it's in like the lightning
Like
font
Roddy
of, like
Piper.
Roddy Piper's shirt.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's completely dumb.
Can I get closer to you?
Go ahead.
The H has morphed into like a K. You know,
Yeah, it's like the H is 2 lightning bolts, and it's faded to the point.
hot rod.
Yeah. I hope that it just like
Well,
morphs
hot
into
rod with a K?
fat bud. It says fat bud, and I'm like, that's rude. Can't believe that happened.
I hate you, Arm.
Oh, yeah.
Arm.
Arm, why are you being rude to me?
Is that your only tattoo?
That was my first one.
What else you got? Are the other ones like later, or were they also young mistakes? 'Cause
I got one
5 or
military
6.
tattoo that's like, it's dumb too, really.
Yeah, I got 5 or 6.
Is it Reagan's
youthful
head or
idiot.
who is it?
It's not Reagan's head. No, I didn't get
Reagan's head on the back of my neck.
He's always watching.
I got Michael Dukakis on one butt cheek,
Michael Dukakis
Bob Dole on the other.
No, what's the Storm and Norman?
Michael Dukakis in a helmet.
Yeah. I got a Schwarzkopf tattoo
Yeah,
on my
that's
left
it.
leg.
Yeah.
And I got Bill Clinton's saxophone on my ankle.
Yeah, Bill Clinton playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, that
It's
whole
the Hall
scene's
of
on my back.
Presidents.
And the opening of the saxophone is my actual bunghole.
Yeah. That's cool.
Guys, don't let your 9-year-olds get tattoos. All right, today is January 8th, back in the day. 79 years ago, 1946, Elvis Presley gets his first guitar for his 11th birthday. And if you have not watched Kings of Tupelo,
Oh, please.
Legend is, you got it right here.
they
Right here.
actually showed the place.
At this hardware shop.
They showed the place where Elvis got his first guitar in that documentary. You got to watch. 67 years ago, 1958, Bobby Fischer wins his first U.S. chess championship at the age of 19.
Was he from St. Louis, Bobby Fischer? Is that why the
That's
chess,
Jenna's dad.
the chess
Now stop
Hall
it.
of
Don't
Fame?
confuse people. I don't know why the Chess Hall of Fame is here.
I know, but now they're talking about anal beads.
Yeah,
What?
buzz.
Yeah, being is they gonna have to go back and review.
Chicago is where he was from.
63 years ago, 1962, 21-year-old Jack Nicklaus plays his first professional golf tournament, the Los Angeles Open. He came in 50th place and won $33. 34 years ago, 1991, Def Leppard's guitarist Steve Clark found dead in the living room of his London home. He was 30 years old. The coroner ruled that his death was caused by a lethal combo of alcohol and drugs. 33 years ago, 1992, speaking of presidents, George Bush the Elder vomits in the lap of the Japanese Prime Minister.
Forgot about this.
Very famous video of that.
Hey, speaking of tattoos, real quick, do you remember the Coolio tattoo that he got here in St. Louis? It's a Juggalo tattoo that was spelled wrong.
Coolio got a Juggalo tattoo here in St. Louis.
In St. Louis, yeah, right after like Pops. I think he may have actually got it at Pops or something like
I don't
that.
know about this story.
And it was spelled wrong, and I was wondering like if he ever regretted that.
Well, he's
And
dead.
now he's dead.
The misspelling. You didn't know that?
Why
We
would he
talked
get
about it on the show.
Juggalo? He's Coolio. Just get Coolio if you want to Leo.
Coolio got a Juggalo tattoo?
Yeah, it said Juggalo cool.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Like the Juggalo tattoo of the little psycho.
The
with
Hatchet
that-
Man?
Yeah, the Hatchet
Yeah, it was
Man.
his Hatchet Man, and it said Juggalo
I love the Hatchet
cool,
Man
but
logo, I'll be honest with you. I think it's a cool logo.
Oh, it's one of the coolest.
Yeah.
Right there. Juggalo cool, but it only had one G.
Coolest?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That's 2 G's. Juggalo.
I mean,
no A.
I'll give it a 10.
Oh, no, that is.
Yeah, when you talk about trash person.
Oh, there's 1 G.
That's a 9 for sure,
I mean,
right?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, dude, and look, this is after it was done.
Imagine going to get a loan and,
Juggalo,
and your
cool.
financial officer has that on his neck.
A Juggalo tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah, you down or yeah, you're getting your bank loan. You cool or?
He's like, I'll handle all your finances. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get your portfolio. Whoop, whoop.
Right
Here's
there,
some Fago. It's on me.
And he's got a Juggalo tattoo on his neck?
Yeah.
right there on the bicep. On the left, well, almost the
Oh,
bicep.
R.I.P. Coolio. I loved that guy.
Yeah, that's not a great tattoo.
Fantastic Voyage is such a great song, even in 2025.
32 years ago, 1993, big deal. 29-cent Elvis postage stamp was issued at a post office near Graceland. The U.S. Postal Service held a vote in 1992. Fans chose Skinny Elvis over Chubby Elvis.
I voted on this. I remember this.
What was this for?
Remember, it was the Elvis
Commemorative
postage stamp.
And they had like all the ones that you had to vote. There was like Young, like Sun Records Elvis, and then there was
Skinny
like
Elvis,
Vegas Elvis, and
Chubby Elvis.
You got to go prime
two.
Elvis.
I like Hawaiian Elvis.
Who would vote for
there was
Fat
like 4
Elvis?
different ones. I don't know.
No, it was only 2. It was Skinny or Chubby Elvis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Chubby Elvis
Prime or post?
lost to Skinny Elvis, 851,000 votes to 277,000 votes. Yeah. 31 years ago, 1994, Tanya Harding wins her second national skating championship. Nancy Kerrigan unable to compete because Tanya's thugs bashed Nancy's legs with a steel bar 2 days earlier. 23 years ago, 2002, Wendy's founder Dave Thomas dies of liver cancer at the age of 70. And 9 years ago today, in 2016, David Bowie releases his final record, Black Star, on his 69th birthday. He dies of liver cancer 2 days later. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Festival news. Lenny Kravitz, Sublime, and Alanis Morissette are going to headline this year's Beach Life Festival in Redondo Beach, California in May 2nd through the 4th. Train, OAR, The Struts, Cake, the Beach Boys, all sorts of different people. Redondo Beach in California. So I like putting it out there for people that travel.
Is that area currently on fire?
I don't know if that's...
it's a little south.
Yeah, where is... that looked awful yesterday. Like, I feel like it came out of nowhere.
Is that the Pacific Palisades?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And now up in even
Terrible.
further up in inland, because my sister-in-laws, they were forced to evacuate where they live at, so they went to their aunt and uncle's, which is way out in the valley. And around 1 in the morning, fire trucks and all that stuff started blaring. Sirens were there telling them that they had to evacuate that area because a fire broke out over there.
Jeez, dude.
Pasadena.
Do they know? Is this wildfires?
It's wildfire. James Woods had to evacuate his house.
His
in Southern-
video is crazy because his neighbor's house is on fire.
Yes. His whole street was up in flames. People have had to evacuate on foot because people are trying to get out of the Palisades and it was just standstill traffic or things blocking.
My sister-in-law was saying when they were forced to leave that area, but all the traffic was causing, they're just sitting there and there's fire just on all sides of you and you can't leave. You're just stuck in traffic.
Yeah, and like 40-mile-an-hour winds just whipping through. Man, it's terrible.
Just to continue on that, Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag, they've lost their home in the wildfire, and the reality TV stars told TMZ that their Pacific Palisades home burned to the ground as that massive wildfire tore through celeb-filled neighborhoods. So that just sucks for everybody involved.
Steve Gutenberg was on the news, and they didn't know who he was.
Oh,
Did
yeah, I
you see
saw that. Yeah.
He's just like, we got to get my friends are up there. And he's like, sir, what is your name? And he's like, Steve Gutenberg.
From the
He's
80s.
like, well, Steve, do you live here in L.A.? He's just like, come on, man. I was
got
in
a
police
star.
academy. It's not the time I want to explain
We were
this.
talking about this earlier. So
He needs the sound effect guy to really make it all make sense.
3 Men and a Baby. When did that come out?
Oh, my God. In the 80s.
80.
I love Tom Selleck in that movie.
1987.
Yeah.
So think about it. So you got Ted Danson, who was a huge TV star at the time.
Huge, right?
Tom Selleck, who is Magnum P.I.
Hot as hell.
Hot as hell. And Steve Gutenberg, who was, at the
Adorable.
height of his movie career.
He was the biggest star at that time when that movie came out.
I wonder if
He was the movie star. The other guys were TV stars.
I wonder if that movie holds up. I haven't watched it in 30 years, but man, it was so entertaining.
I don't know, but at the time, imagine hearing like, oh my God, did you hear Ted Danson, Tom Selleck, and Steve Gutenberg are going to be in a movie together?
Right. And there's a baby.
What is the equivalent of that now?
You're going to
you have-
remake it?
The Hangover?
If you were to remake 3 Men and a Baby
Okay.
with 3 stars like
With 3
that, so you got to have
stars.
like 2 kind of TV stars and a movie star.
Okay.
Moon had it perfect earlier.
Thank you.
I thought.
Thank you very much.
Before you
I
say,
would rotate one person in on his, but he did a good job.
before Moon, you say yours. Who would you think?
For me, like to be in place of all 3 of those guys, like I would say like, I don't know, Dax Shepard, who I love, kind of comes to mind. I think he'd be entertaining in the Steve Gutenberg way. Chris Hemsworth for Tom Selleck, and then for Ted Danson, like a Matthew McConaughey. I don't know. That's who's coming to my brain.
I have changed mine and made it even more perfect.
You go.
Even more perfect.
Just for the record, before you say this, there is a sketch called 3 McConaughey's and a Baby, and I recommend you look at it.
I will be doing that after the show.
3 Matthew McConaughey's, and they're all like, oh, man. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to, all right, feed the baby. None of them can keep their shirt on through the whole thing.
That's awesome.
So it's got to be 2 TV stars, which we had
tough
a
now.
problem figuring out who a TV star is.
I mean, it's so crossed over now.
TV turned movie star.
I guess you could say somebody who started on TV.
You basically need 1 full-fledged movie star and
Right.
2 TV stars that are about to break into movies, but are big deals.
we could say they broke into movies now.
I have already broken into movies, guys.
Go.
So the Selleck part goes to Chris Pratt for
All right.
me.
Okay, I think that's great.
And that's a
Who
TV
started
turn,
in TV.
turn movie guy.
Yeah.
The Ted Danson, I have John Krasinski.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Also, TV
turn into movies.
But more so still TV, I would say.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously hit movies, but still, if you saw him, you go, oh, my God,
It's
The
Jim
Office.
from The Office. Yeah.
And then I originally had Adam Devine, but I don't think he's a big enough star. And honestly, I know this is a movie guy here, but I put in Paul Rudd.
Yep, Paul Rudd is what I was thinking.
I think Paul Rudd is
But
Devine,
famous.
man,
Too
that's
famous?
I
tough.
think he's too famous. You got two.
I
You got two
agree.
really. You got two
Tom
Marvel
Selleck
people
was
in this
so
movie.
famous.
You
I
can't do
agree,
that.
but we're going all
You
out.
can't do two Marvels.
We're going
can't
for a
do it, right?
blockbuster movie here.
I say Jeremy Allen White in place of. He's crossing over into movies, but he's not there yet. Big TV star. In place of your. But I think you nailed it with Pratt and Krasinski.
Okay.
We need a movie star, though.
Paul Rudd.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is
Chris
a movie
Pratt
star
is
now.
the TV part of it.
What?
Yeah,
No, that's
'cause he started
Krasinski.
He started on Parks and Rec.
Yeah. I mean, everybody on that list is a movie star now, but they started on TV.
And
There's so much crossover
That's
now.
what you're going to have to get. Yeah. It was
It's
to
next
Scott
to
and Rafe's
impossible.
point. That's what you're going to have to get in this days.
You'd have to have like
3
Adrian
Minute
Brody
Baby.
or somebody that's just like only done movies, never
Yeah.
seen him on any TV show.
But he's been on, like Winning Time on HBO and.
Wait, was Paul Rudd in TV?
Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on.
But he was a movie star by then because he was in Clueless.
Yeah. Adam Devine started on TV.
All right, let's continue with music news. Riley Green is in the news right now after his hunting accident, which landed him in the hospital. He stepped on a nail and impaled his foot. And he's so obsessed with hunting, he even goes by Riley Duckman on Instagram. And he recently sat down with an interview where they got to talking about hunting and singing with Jelly Roll. And he says that Jelly Roll would never be a good hunting buddy because he goes, he's a pretty jovial guy, kind of loud, so I don't know if he can be still and quiet enough.
I would
don't
like to
think
see
that's
Jelly
gonna-
Roll up in a tree stand, honestly.
Well, that's a good point, too. And I would as well. Because you know what? They better be making Jelly Roll accessible
stands?
tree stands for the bigger hunter.
He's losing weight.
He's doing great.
He's doing great.
He is. Rest in peace to Peter Yarrow from Peter, Paul, and Mary. He lost his battle with cancer. He was 86 years old, so now the only one left is Paul Stuckey. In 1970, Peter Yarrow was convicted of taking, quote, improper liberties with a 14-year-old girl, and he was later pardoned in 1981 by the late Jimmy Carter. I forgot about that.
So Jimmy Carter pardoned
Peter Yarrow.
Peter from Peter, Paul, and Mary
He did. That's right.
for having liberties with a 14-year-old?
Yes. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, what the hell is Peter, Paul, and Mary? Well, you know Puff the Magic Dragon. And that was Peter Yarrow. And it is about marijuana.
What are the songs, Peter, Paul, and Mary? Come on.
Nobody needs to know more songs than that. Puff the I think we're done here.
Peter, Paul, and
wanna pull
Mary.
up-
This
Can you pull
segment's
up
over,
some-
my man.
Blowing in the wind.
Nobody knows. Hey, can you actually pull up a little Puff the Magic Dragon? So we
wanna
can
hear
kinda,
Puff the Magic?
Yeah, I
It says
wanna
here
hear a
he
little
was
bit of
also
that.
responsible for Ride the Lightning.
No.
Oh, he wrote Ride the Lightning from
That's a
Metallica?
different-
I didn't
It's
know
a
that.
movie, too,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Wasn't Puff the Magic Dragon?
Yeah.
the movie?
You know what? I was thinking about this. There was a show. There was an animated.
It was, right?
Yeah.
The dragon was animated, but the rest was regular people.
Yeah.
It is for weed heads.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Peter.
I'll tell you all about it. In the autumn mist, in a land called Honolulu, little Jackie Paper.
Little
I guess
Jackie
there was a time for this.
Maybe it was a music video or something.
Oh, it was a show.
I remember it.
It was a trippy show. It was like the first Roger Rabbit.
That's enough.
Wow, okay. That's
Okay.
Maybe it was Pete's Dragon.
I'm high as
thinking
hell.
of. Was it called Pete's Dragon?
No,
Dragon
it's
is a
Puff
movie.
the Magic
Do you hear
Dragon.
the harmony coming in the
Yeah,
right
Pete-
channel?
Dragon.
Man.
Guys,
They play tic-tac-toe on his belly.
Hulk Hogan is maybe one of the most iconic wrestlers in the 72-year history of the WWE. But upon his debut for Netflix's Monday Night Raw on January 6th, his reception was less than welcoming. We have a little audio of what it sounded like whenever the Hulk.
Oh, the Hulkster, huh?
Yeah.
Say your prayers, take your vitamins.
Holy hell, brother!
The hits just keep on coming. With Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, he didn't get the reception that was expected.
Right. So Monday Night Raw on Netflix, the debut was set in Los Angeles live. And so he was not the only WWE legend to make an appearance. The Rock came out, opened the show, reappeared alongside Roman Reigns. Everybody was there. John Cena came out. By the way, Liv has been trying to get an interview with John Cena. Who's been retweeting
me.
this? Yeah. Which I love. I guess it's over, right? Like, because they were was he supposed to be in town?
Is it WWE rolling through at some point?
I don't know if she was trying to just get him on the phone, but she's trying like hell to get John Cena on the air here.
I'm trying to help her out.
I know. I hope she can do it. But yeah, the Hulk Hogan intro sucked. People booed.
Yeah, it didn't go well for him. He had a T-shirt that had his beer on it. Came out with Jimmy Hart. Is it because he's a Trump guy? I don't know. And it was in California.
People are speculating that just blue state with his.
I mean, if he came out in somewhere in Texas, would the reception have been different?
Yeah, you don't know.
Maybe.
We'll find out.
Where was it?
It was in L.A.
L.A.
And where's he at in the storylines of all that? Did he leave at a bad time where everyone hates him, but his character comes out, so everyone still hates the character?
We were at the Blues game a couple weeks ago, and they were doing the lookalikes, and Taylor Swift's picture came up on the jumbotron there, and boy, did that place boo!
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
I have no idea.
It didn't look like her.
She's not dating a hockey player, so you're pissed. Like, what's up with that?
I have no idea. The place went boo, and I'm like, everybody else is booing. I might as well boo. I don't even know why I was booing.
I know. Well,
I just
group mentality.
Oh, you went right into the mob mentality.
Yeah, Hulk's been doing a lot of
Man,
you're better than that.
A lot of stuff's been coming out in wrestling stuff about him too, about like not being selfish and not helping other wrestlers, like getting people over in his career. Like a lot of these behind the scenes stuff have been coming out, so that could affect him too. Like maybe, I mean, he's done a lot of stuff in the last few years that have not been cool.
There's been a lot.
There's been a lot with Hulk Hogan.
I hope that worst case scenario, Liv just takes a picture with an empty microphone and says, "Finally landed that John Cena interview."
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Can't see me.
Okay.
The family of Stephen Twitch Boss is at war with his widow, Allison, after airing out his alleged drug use and allegedly making his family sign NDAs in order to attend the dancer's funeral last year. So this Twitch was on the Ellen show, and he would come out and dance with Ellen and was kind of like served as a little MC of her show. Seemed like a really sweet guy. And I guess that his widow did an interview with People magazine yesterday, it dropped yesterday, in which she addressed her husband's tragic death. And one of his cousins took to X to defend her late family member and said he was not an addict. He smoked weed. He was actively trying to quit. He wasn't some junkie. The real crazy part of this, though, is, the fact that his own family had to sign an NDA to attend the funeral. And the cousin is now speculating, so this is the cousin of Twitch, is speculating that his widow is going to be writing a book, and she's trying to save the narrative of her late husband. And his family's speaking out and saying, how messed up it was that his own mother had to sign one of those things to even attend the funeral, which I think is trash people.
That's what? On a scale of 1 to 10 trash, that's a 10.
Yeah, for sure. So
you have to sign an NDA to go to your son's
funeral.
What was the NDA for? To not speak about what happened at the funeral,
press?
or who was there?
I guess to not give any insight to what the funeral was like, or I don't remember hearing anything about his funeral, so I guess it worked.
Interesting. I don't know the details, so I'm not going to speculate anything.
South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone have no plans to end their long-running animated comedy South Park anytime soon, but they are busy right now. So they're running Casa Bonita and their restaurant, and then they also are doing a film with Kendrick Lamar. Matt Stone says, "We don't have an end in sight, honestly, because it's still such an awesome sandbox, not to be cheesy about it, but we love doing South Park." And then he joked that the show will outlive them all, and they will be able to pass it on to AI eventually.
I watched the Casa Bonita documentary and them opening up the restaurant. It's great.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an easy watch.
Where is it?
Paramount.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they do their movies on Paramount.
It's Paramount Plus. It's great, and these two guys really did buy the restaurant of their childhood.
That's great.
And it was a disaster. And they opened it up, and those two guys, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they really do love each other.
That's so cute.
So I didn't realize the dynamic. So Trey Parker is kind of the creative guy, and Matt Stone is really the money guy.
Good. You got to have both.
Yeah, they're just a solid team.
Like, they are a solid team.
You know what I started last night was the Jerry Springer docuseries.
I gotta watch that.
You guys have that in your queue?
Oh,
Came out
fight
yesterday.
camera action.
Oh
boy.
It is interesting. It's 2 episodes.
Is it good?
Yeah.
What's it on?
It's on
Pluto?
Netflix.
Netflix.
There's a really great doc about their writing process for South Park.
Oh, yeah.
If you're an aspiring writer, it's good to watch because
What is it called? 6 minutes, 6 days to air, something like that?
Oh, yeah.
it's
I'll watch
really
that.
really cool. And basically, the general rule of it is like, not this happens and then this happens when you're telling a story. It's like, because this happens, then this happens, and it's like the way that they follow that model through the episodes, and I think that's what has made it stand the test of time.
And
It's
why
pretty
their
cool.
movies are so good. And
Yeah, it's called 6 Days to Air, The Making of South Park. It's
That was good.
excellent.
The Shining turns 45 this year, so to celebrate, you can actually get a screening of The Shining at the hotel that was used for the external shots of the Overlook Hotel. And I always thought it was in Colorado. It's not. The Mount Hood, Oregon, Timberline Lodge is where they did all the exterior shots for the hotel, for the Overlook Hotel in The Shining.
Oh, who knew?
And the interior was filmed in a studio in England. And so the special screening is going to happen in October, $75 a person. I have so many friends that would just, they've done this. They've gone to the Colorado Hotel to go just stay in the room. And, you know, people get all about this. I would love to go out to Oregon and see this. But I always thought it was the Colorado Hotel. Had no idea. Check out the trailer for the Peacock docuseries SNL 50 Beyond Saturday Night. Will Ferrell, Tina Fey, Andy Samberg, they're among the alums of Saturday Night Live that are going to appear in this. Of course, it's celebrating the NBC sketch show's 50th anniversary, and so it'll be on Peacock streaming on January 16th. And finally, so Riz actually sent me this list. The most popular rock band tattoos. What do you think is on this top 10?
So if you were
Wait,
to get if you were to get a tattoo of a rock band,
Moon, stand up.
Oh, okay.
Take your shirt off.
I do have a POD.
but, well, you got a POD and a silver chair tattoo. I
yeah,
can tell
a
you,
silver chair tattoo.
those are not on the list.
They are not.
Show me Metallica.
Metallica's number 4.
Whoa.
Yep.
Show me Eddie from Iron
So
Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, number 9.
Nine.
I will say the lips of the Rolling Stones.
Oh,
Rolling Stones,
great.
not
guess.
on the list.
Oh,
Really?
that's
And that
crazy
is very
town.
surprising.
You know what?
Crazy.
Big time.
Also not on this list, the Misfits skull, which I think is surprising.
Scott said one too. What'd you say?
Tool.
Tool is number 10.
Did someone already say AC/DC?
Oh,
No.
ACDC.
Not on there?
What? I've seen a lot of
Me
ACDC
too.
tattoos.
I've seen a ton of Rolling Stones lips.
I
I'm
know
blown away.
number 1, so I'm not going to say it. I've seen it.
Was
I
it-
send it.
Some of these are very
Motorhead or
surprising. Motorhead, no.
Man, okay. Let's go back to logos.
The Chili Peppers wasn't on that list, right?
No, they are
You know
not.
that like the
Yeah,
one that
the
looks like
emergency thing?
Yeah, the emergency thing. That's
Yeah.
a cool ass tattoo.
It is. That's brilliant.
And the Sublime.
Ramones?
Sublime.
Their sun logo.
No Ramones, no Sublime. Think Point bands, a lot of them on here, and then 2 like Keishi bands left.
Think point bands.
Man, Shinedown.
No.
Okay.
Classic.
Classic.
Your classic alternative.
So Nirvana.
Pearl Jam.
Nirvana's number 5. No Pearl Jam.
I don't even know
Pearl
what
Jam's
the
another
Nirvana
surprising one.
logo
The
looks
stick
like.
guy.
Oh,
The
yeah.
10 stick guy.
I think
Stick
Favaz
figure
has
guy.
that tattoo.
So Nirvana had the weird smiley face.
Soundgarden didn't have a logo, right? It was just Soundgarden. Trying to think of, around there. Alice in Chains. Did they have any logos? Point bands. Bush. No. Ba, 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 ba.
I'll give you this one. So number 8 is, so Tool's number 10, Iron Maiden number 9, 21 Pilots is number 8.
I know one.
21
What?
Pilots.
Go.
311.
311, no.
Oh.
Number 7, Slipknot.
Oh,
S.
yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one.
ICP.
How did we not?
Yeah, that one is.
ICP, no, the little axe guy's not on the list.
Grateful Dead?
Dude,
The Slipknot
No.
one's cute.
Number 1
if
is
they're doing their
The
research.
Grateful Dead Bears are not number one.
They are
I feel
not.
like every stinky person I meet has that tattoo.
Hey.
number
I know.
1.
ICP should be on this because I mean
I
that's,
agree.
that's
I bet
how
you they
you
weren't
show your
counted.
fandom.
Well, wasn't
I bet
that
you
the
they weren't
record?
counted.
Yeah, dude, this is not an official
Isn't
list.
that the record label logo though? It's not. It's
The Hatchet Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But either way, I've seen more of those than I have of the
Of
Slipknot
any
S and
other. Of
than anybody.
anybody.
Number 6 is Linkin Park.
Okay, I've seen a lot of Linkin Park tours.
Number 5, Nirvana. Number 4, Metallica.
I guarantee you they didn't count ICP.
Yeah, this is not a fair list. They're not being
I agree.
fair. They're being
There's-
judgmental.
The Stones not being on it, Misfits and ICP is
The
very
lips from the
interesting.
Stones.
And the Misfits, too, like she said.
Yeah,
That's
I've never
insane.
really
I've
seen
seen
that
so
tattoo.
many of the skulls from the Misfits on tons of.
And-
any alt comic has
and the
that
Grateful
tattoo.
Dead Bears.
Oh wait. Avenged Sevenfold.
No.
And for some reason, in the early
Avenged
2000s, Alkaline Trio, everyone had that tattoo. on Warped Tour.
Every punker
never
had,
understood that.
had that. And, I know. Black Flag.
No.
Oh.
That's also a good one.
This is dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb.
Number 3,
Rammstein, which I'm like, what?
Okay.
Okay. It's just the logo and that block, like the train font.
Kiss?
Number 2, Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
But still, like, really? Like a gun and a rose? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
It's a cool logo.
Yeah, it's a cool logo. Number 1, I could see.
Number 1, Pink Floyd.
So Kiss isn't on here either.
Oh, the
No, Kiss isn't
I've
on there.
known so many
the
people with
pyramid.
Kiss
Yeah,
tattoos.
with the Kiss
Or the
Army thing.
prism.
Triangle, prism.
That makes sense.
The Floyd one, the prism.
Yeah, because that's cool. I mean, it's cool looking. You know, it's like a band logo, but it's also like, oh, that's cool.
This list is
That's
And it'll look
trash.
cool in
It's
10,
trash.
15 years
Who
after
gave
you
you
get
that
it.
It's
list?
trash.
No, Scott Rizzuto.
Who gave you that garbage
Wait, the
list?
tattoo's trash or the list
No,
is
the
trash?
list.
No, the list.
Who gave you that piece of garbage
You gave it to me
list?
yesterday.
Oh, man.
Whoops.
Well, celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Noah Cyrus is 25. Demiano David. That's the, how do you say that? Maneskin? Maniskin?
Maniskin.
Maniskin singer?
Man, I like that band.
Point band. That person is 26. Cynthia Erivo is 38. Kim Jong-un, beloved leader of North Korea, loves cheese, and Dennis Rodman hates
400
Seth
years
Rogen
old.
and James Franco, is 43.
Wait, what were the rumors? What, he has no butthole?
Yeah,
or is that the dad?
Doesn't poo.
The dad.
Curious, like if they have a rumor about his age, like he's actually 472 years old.
Every shot he's ever made in golf has been a hole in one.
There's a whole bunch of like Kim Jong. I think that's the father, Kim Jong Il, like invented golf,
Yeah, something like that.
and also like invented the burrito.
Yeah, he never
I
missed
think
a
he's
free
the only
throw.
guy that could fight Chuck Norris.
Never missed a
successfully.
what?
Never missed a free throw. It's like all kinds of crazy stuff, man.
Jeez. Speaking of crazy stuff, R. Kelly is 58. Robbie Krieger, the guitar player from The Doors, is 79. Bob Eubanks, game show host, 87. And Goldfinger singer, not John Feldman, but Shirley Bassey. Also, I believe
Goldfinger,
from
James Bond.
James Bond. She actually sang 3 James Bond songs, mostly, I think, the Sean Connery era. She's 88 years old today.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Peyton Lee. Today's birthday girl's been in 306 fine films, including The Adventures of Nurse Lick 7, Come to Mama 2, Cougars Lovin' Cougars, Dude, Where's My Mom? She was in It's Okay, She's My Mother-in-Law 6, Mill 5 for the Teen Pie 2, My Mother Loves the Brothers 4, and who could forget a role in 2014's King Scott's favorite, Throat Assassins.
It's rad, man.
Is it gory or?
It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Peyton Lee is 58 years old.
It
It's
is,
his porno
actually.
birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, so Kim Jong-il invented the burrito.
Thank you. I love the burrito.
He invented a
Thank you.
cuisine from the other side of the world. That's tight.
Yeah. He invented the burrito back in 2011. That is
Didn't exist before then.
no. Yeah, there's 10 ridiculous facts.
They basically give their leaders the Chuck Norris treatment. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they only have sponsored media, so everyone believes it.
Their leaders do not use the toilet. North Korean leaders do not use the toilet. Kim Jong-il did not defecate.
I thought he did pass.
Okay, these are all fun facts about North Korea.
Okay.
Let me see here. Nobody is disabled in Korea. North Korean researchers actually found unicorns.
Oh, good.
Kim Jong-un could drive by the age of 3. Kim Jong-il bowled a perfect game and made 11 holes in one game
Wow.
in one round.
Same day.
Let me see here.
Same ball, by the way.
Kim Jong-il was born under a double rainbow. So there's a whole bunch. Yeah, go down that rabbit hole. They're really something over there, huh?
And probably
That
probably
was
the
the most
cutest
pungent
dictator on the
banana
planet.
I've smelled in a while.
Moon
He
was
ate a
eating a
banana,
banana.
and it really filled the room. That's a good
Really
solid
filled my belly, too.
solid nana you just ate.
We'll come back with some news. It is 8:05. It is Wednesday, traffic and weather.
How are you?
Chris Kerber here in about 15 minutes. But first, we'll do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
I don't know why these stories fascinate me, where people get mushrooms from weird places and wind up getting very ill. Maybe because I'm so anti-mushroom.
Yeah, you hate mushrooms.
I hate mushrooms.
You're always looking for confirmation bias so you can trash mushrooms.
Maybe that's what it is. Health officials in California are warning a community about poisonous mushrooms being used in some meals that may be mistaken for a commonly eaten variety. So Salinas Valley Health said emergency room physicians reported 3 people who came into the ER on New Year's Eve. The patients appear to be suffering from hepatotoxicity, also known as liver toxicity, caused by severe mushroom poisoning after they had cooked and eaten mushrooms bought from somebody on the side of the road out of a truck.
Oh, no.
What? All right, well, I'm not sure I would get it from there.
Yeah.
It's a good spot.
Health officials said the truck was parked in a supermarket parking lot in East, is it Salinas or Salinas?
Salinas.
Salinas?
Yeah, Salinas.
So
I like Salinas.
Yeah.
The mushrooms look like
That's a type of mushroom.
white button mushrooms, which are edible, but are actually known as the death cap mushroom.
Whoa. They do always have cool names. What was that one that the dogs were getting poisoned from? It's like the green parasol.
The angel cap or angel mushroom, isn't it?
Oh, I thought it was because you see angels.
Angel dust.
I don't know. So these look like white button mushrooms, but they're actually death cap mushrooms.
Destroying angels.
Destroying angels. Gee whiz.
That's Mary Queen Mandag Resner's band.
Took a turn there.
They're good.
They're great.
They're very good.
No, I remember it was the it was one that all the dogs. I think it was called the
false
vomiter.
parasol.
Yeah, the false parasol, also known as the vomiter.
Yes, we had those on our lawn.
Yeah, they got the coolest.
You know, in
names.
these mushrooms' defense, the names are pretty on the nose for you to stay away from them.
Yeah, if you see death cap mushroom, don't buy them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, death cap mushrooms are $2.99 a pound.
Great in eggs.
The vomiter. Stay away from the vomiter. Death's angel, or what was it?
Destroying angel.
Destroying angel.
Oh,
Steer
man.
clear.
Well, anyone who thinks they may have eaten a poisonous mushroom, suffering from nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, yeah, go to the ER. Anyone who may have eaten death cap mushrooms may feel better 24 hours later, or you may need a liver transplant. So,
Oh my god.
Death cap for cuties.
yes, nice.
Follow me for more puns.
Yeah, this could cause you to need a liver transplant. Officials said it's safest to buy mushrooms from a reputable outlet.
I feel bad for Big Mushroom because these hellfire mushrooms that'll kill you are really ruining things for mushrooms on our pizza. Am I right? Like, people don't like mushrooms anyway because they're like, oh, there's just something about it. They're too earthy or they taste like humans or something.
I don't like them.
They're good for my brain.
But they are great for your brain.
I'm
and
sure
they're
they are.
delicious on a salad.
How do you feel about tailgate food in general?
Tailgate food?
Stuffed mushroom?
No. I mean, like like fruit stands, watermelon for sale.
That's fine.
I'm guilty of that.
I love buying something off the side of the
Especially
road.
trucks with produce like tomatoes and all that stuff.
Usually it is produce. I haven't seen
I'm
mushrooms. or
fine.
anything,
I'm
but-
fine with that.
Fine. What do you mean you're fine with that? Like you will allow it for other people to do, or you have done this, or you would do this?
My wife's done it.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Usually
trying to get
those are like, like a little stand set up outside a farm.
Well, I'm not sure you see it outside a farm. It's just outside of it's at the T of a dirt road.
I don't know.
and
You know what I
this
find
small
weird?
highway.
Weren't they selling meat out of like a trunk at like the Chesterfield Mall parking lot?
Multiple times last year. Mark Close worked every one of those damn things. It was a broadcast from a meat truck.
Well, there was an actual, I know my former roommate, his now wife, she, when they were getting married, came home and spent like $300 or $400 buying meat out of someone's actual trunk of their car.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And he's like, well, it's this high quality meat, blah, blah, blah.
How do you know?
Trunk meat.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you know?
It's high quality meat?
Because he kept it close to the wheel well.
Yeah.
What's the difference between trunk meat and tailgate watermelon?
Nothing.
Well,
One is refrigerated, hopefully.
Right.
one is fruit.
One is
the other is
fruit.
flesh.
So you're okay if it's fruit?
I'm taking a chance more on the fruit than the flesh.
Tailgate fruit, okay. Tailgate flesh,
No thanks.
No thanks.
I'll tell you what, I worked one of those meat truck remotes one time, and they set up a big old, it's not just on the, I mean, yes, that's where the fridge is.
That was Rafe's nickname in high school, by the way, meat truck.
Hell yeah.
Meat truck, get this hot rod tattoo.
meat truck, back it up.
Got it, brother.
People would line up. It was such a great deal. You get like scallops and shrimp and a big old thing of meat and
sea meat?
for like $10.
Was it a reputable
I don't know, man.
place?
It looked like it was legit. You know, they had like a permit.
What made it look legit?
Like there was a truck that had its name on it.
They spent $300 on a truck
It was
wrap.
called Legit Meat Truck.
Legit.
And legit
meats.
was in like lightning bolts.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, people were all about it.
I used to buy fireworks out of the back of a trunk in Chinatown.
Yeah, but you're lighting those on fire. You're not putting it in your
Not
body.
reputable.
Hey, no, you know what? Never did I see a listener who bought something off the bed of that meat truck come back and be like, I got food poisoning.
Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah,
No, they're not dead.
Never did I see them come back.
I mean, I never did see them come back, but that's aside from the story.
Oh, man.
They stocked up. They didn't
they
need to
used
come back.
to have like guys that it was like a job where I'm from. Like there were guys that just like drove around and sold steaks out of a truck. It was just like a pickup truck that had like a little, in the bed of the truck where they would put like a camper shell. There was just like this little freezer box thing, and they would just have steaks on them, and they'd come to your house and sell you steaks.
But it was probably like from Omaha Steaks.
It might have been, but it was still at its core. That's just a meat truck,
loose
baby.
meat.
Well, what's the difference of that and your
guy in the truck.
buddy, killing a deer and giving you some of what he's processed himself?
Because I know the
Personal
guy.
relationship.
That's a reputable.
What did you take when we started the show? We were at Hot Shots and some guy brought like testicles to you in a bag or something.
I think it was, we both
They
got,
usually-
we
Pickled,
both got like jerky or somebody was like,
And you took
I
that.
got this.
They usually come in a bag.
I mean, it was disgusting. Whatever.
You ate it?
No, I did not eat it. I took a photo of you holding it and making a
Rocky
face.
Mountain oysters?
No, it was jerky.
It was
I
jerky.
don't know if it was jerky because that seems a
Nobody
little
brought
too
me
norm.
testicles.
Somebody brought you
I saw
some.
balls in a bag. Okay.
What?
And Rafe must have got them.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
That's
the
a
balls in
rape
the
thing.
Hang
bag.
on.
Yeah, that's a meat truck thing.
That's a Rafe thing. Well, listen. The whole point of the story is an official saying only buy mushrooms from reputable sources. Mm-hmm. Not from trucks parked in parking lots of supermarkets. Where the supermarket's right there.
Don't yell at me.
The supermarket's right there.
It's not as fun though. I want to go to a parking lot.
You
I
want
want
to
to go
roll
to
the
a
dice.
J.C. Penney parking lot that's broken down, and I want to eat meats out of the back of this big old truck.
Hey, let's be honest. The holiday season was not sunshine and rainbows for everybody. Okay?
Not all sunshine and rainbows.
But no matter how hairy things might have been for you, you should try to avoid eating your Christmas tree. And the food agency in the country of Belgium has just issued a random seasonal health warning. Don't eat your Christmas tree. The alert said Christmas trees are not destined to enter the food chain. There's no way to ensure that eating Christmas trees is safe, either for people or animals. There's no easy way to tell if Christmas trees have been treated with flame retardant or pesticides.
Whoa.
And not knowing that could have serious, even fatal consequences. And this wasn't totally out of the blue. It was in response to some viral stories about how you could recycle your Christmas tree by including it in your cooking. There's even a book called How to Eat Your Christmas Tree, and they're saying don't do that.
Yeah, you don't want tinsels in your tonsils.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
Give it to the fish, man.
They love eating it.
There's
What you mean?
local
What fish?
organizations that will take your old Christmas tree
Yeah,
and
what do
put
you
it in a pond.
And they put it in a pond or a
Well,
lake.
whose pond?
What is they're
Different
everywhere.
ponds everywhere.
Just take your Christmas tree and toss it into a pond?
No, don't
I mean,
toss
you know
it
what I mean,
in.
like-
You got to talk to somebody.
But I mean, yes.
So I have a lake in my backyard. Should I just toss it into the lake?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatevs.
But you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's what I
throw it in.
said.
I would throw it in the woods.
Permission granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw it in there. See what's up.
What's the difference between the woods and there? Now you're creating a habitat. It's
Yeah.
a little spot.
Little fishes
for
will
your
live in there.
crappie.
So if I see
Christmas crappie.
somebody's pond, I can just pull over and just throw my
No,
tree
you
there.
can't
You don't
that,
need somebody's
but-
pond. You have a pond.
Throw that flame retardant tree into water.
Into the water, in the groundwater.
where all the fish live.
No, you can take
With
it
all the
to
Make it their
pesticides,
problem.
Yeah, with all the pesticides and
yeah. I'm pretty sure Goodwill loves receiving those.
Yeah, roadkill
just
jerky.
leave it in back
Oh,
of
yeah,
Goodwill?
you use
Just taking it
trees.
out.
You're fine, man. That's a crappie bed. What do you think they do
Someone
with them?
just emailed me
Take
and
them out to
reminded
bush
me.
wildlife.
About what?
There was roadkill jerky the guy brought us.
Oh, yeah, and I did find a photo, and it was
Oh,
jerky.
that's right.
My apologies. It was not balls.
no way in hell was I eating that.
Yeah, well, and it doesn't look terrible. I mean, here you are making a face at that guy. He looks very lovely.
My face says it all.
Yeah.
I'm not eating that.
Because I would remember, nobody ever brings me testicles.
Well, I don't know what other balls
Yeah,
in the
I'm not
bag
eating
I was seeing in my
roadkill jerky.
brain,
I'm
but-
sorry.
Head to the side.
Thanks for bringing it.
You can throw that in the pond, too.
Yeah. that right in the garbage. There was a time when it seemed like every American was doing Wordle. We still do Wordle.
We still do it. We have
We still do Wordle every day.
Oh, yeah.
group chat.
We got it going. I got a 4 streak right now, though, because I kind of fell off the wagon.
I did too.
Our family has a Wordle thread as well, the Wordle people.
So there was a time when it seemed like everybody was doing Wordle while sitting on the toilet. We actually do it here during the last commercial break, which is fun.
Well, actually, can I be honest with you guys in the trust tree? What I do is actually I do it in the 5 o'clock hour on the toilet, and then I don't send it over to you guys out of respect
really?
until 9. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did it.
I
I'm
was the
doing
only one that did
connections.
that.
What's respect have to
You do
do
it
with
too?
this?
Best.
Well, apparently
It's
it's
done for the day.
while you're doing your business and doing Wordle, it's
Yeah.
a pretty good strategy. A new study found that people perform better on cognitive tests when they pooped just beforehand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as opposed to holding in a giant dump. Yeah, I bet you do.
So the study looked at both athletic performance, where quick decision making is necessary, and straightforward brain teasers, like being shown flashcards with the word red written in green ink,
Athletic,
and then being asked to quickly name the color.
athletic performance makes sense. You're lighter.
Yes. It was a small scale study, but 100% of the participants performed better after having a laxative-induced bowel movement.
Oh, laxative induced.
I love when it admits that it's a small scale study.
That's next level.
It's 3 people.
And most of them did better after having a natural number 2. And researchers think that pooping gives your body more energy to spend on cognition and exercise intensity. And they recommend pooping 60 to 90 minutes before a big event for better, faster, and smarter decision making.
You're telling me things my body already knows.
Yeah.
Okay. Anytime, like before the show, before my band is playing, before a stage announce, I am cleared out.
Yep, she's a peak athlete, my friend.
I'm an
Get the
Olympian.
poison out. This
So
whole
bosses,
show, by the way, is a small case study.
maybe you should encourage employees to hit the bathroom at work right after clocking in. No, I don't. My
Whatever happened to your
schedule's all
poop
off.
journal, dude? You were supposed to keep a poop journal for a year.
Me?
Yeah, and that
Really?
was like early on.
I forgot about that. Somebody's got to remind me of
Yeah,
this.
where's your diarrhea at?
You're supposed to keep a poop journal.
My diarrhea?
Yeah.
Cute. Loved that joke.
Get Kerber on the phone, please. Thank you.
Go call somebody.
Yeah, get Chris Kerber on the phone.
Ferber, he knows a lot of hockey guys. I bet they're dropping.
I bet they are too. And I thought about Nikki Glaser hosting the Golden Globes. I looked at Tim, I go, you think she just doesn't eat for 24 hours? I mean, and she's had anorexia when she was in high school and whatnot.
Did you think she took a dump right before?
I would have hoped, because I was so nervous. I can't imagine her. I mean, that chick's got nerves of steel, but she's up there doing her thing, looking gorgeous.
Yeah.
All eyes on you. I mean, I would be turd central at least 60 minutes before, maybe even up until curtain.
You got something like that, dude. You might be getting the coffee enema. You might be getting that Hollywood treatment.
I don't get the nervous piss. I don't even
And they just
understand.
plaster it shut.
You're lucky then.
Oh, I do.
Oh, really? No, not me. There's this bass player that used to, in the band that I toured with a couple times, and he like famously would like get all nervous and pace right before they go on, and then he would just diarrhea, and they would have a sign on the thing. Hey, this is reserved for Pat. Like it would say it like, hey, if it's this time, if it's after this time, please do not use this. He could
Love
use it
that.
at any time. They would mark it.
Oh, so
That
he
is
would.
my goal in life, to have
They
a
marked it.
bathroom.
Pat's
this
bathroom.
is her bathroom. That is success to me.
Yeah.
Wow, you know you made it when your bathroom is reserved for you because they know.
Yeah, and they would tell all the other bands like, "Hey, man, I don't care if you're the headliner or you're the opener. Please leave
is
this
Pat's-
bathroom open for a half hour before these people set. Pat is going to need this."
Wow.
I love that.
I get the bubble guts.
Sorry to call you out, Pat, if people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get the bubble guts as well. And then it's weird because the minute I hit the stage, no problem. literally no, like the adrenaline takes over, it's all done.
Huh.
No, everything's in my brain. My body does not assist.
Yeah, I'm all off. I used to I have my morning constitutional probably about 30 minutes before showtime, and with the holiday break, I'm all off.
Messed up, yeah.
No, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I got to get back to it.
You will.
I will. I'm okay. Yeah, I'll be okay. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
There's no recipe for the perfect date, but what if I told you I could offer these 3 ingredients? Speed dating, the Daytona 500, and Busch Light beer. Hell yeah. Busch Light has just announced a contest called Date-Tona. That's right, Date-Tona, where 8 lucky single people will get a chance to go on a date at the Daytona 500.
Wow.
Basically, you'll get to speed date while you're being driven 1 lap around the track by a trained driver.
I love this.
Now, this isn't during the Daytona 500, of course. It's a couple days before the event, but they're throwing in tickets to the race as well. They'll pay for airfare. They'll pay for the hotel. You'll have to cover your accommodations to stay for the race a couple days later, but if this seems like, this is something up your alley, you can apply online at busch.com/Daytona. They're asking you to provide some basic information along with a brief pitch for yourself, which can't be more than 255 characters. The deadline for entry is January 21st, so you have 2 weeks to send in your submission. The speed dating will happen February 12th, 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Is it a NASCAR thing or a Busch thing?
It's both.
Busch beer.
Busch Light, yeah.
Man. They do have some clever things. Do you remember that marketing thing they did here in Missouri where they dropped a pin or something and they had that old boy from St. Louis with the flannel?
Oh, yeah.
Out in the woods, and they did a pop-up.
They do it well.
And people went crazy. We had an entire Riz Show faction that was down there and got us some of the merch because it was like special merch and it was a giveaway. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
Dude, a couple years ago, they did a promotion where they teased coordinates somewhere in the United States where a Busch beer pop-up stand would happen.
Okay.
Where they'd have special merch specific to this.
For giveaways, plus whatever else was down there. But they had this Busch flannel. They only had a few hundred of those, and they started teasing these things. And it was this big mystery for a couple weeks. And sure enough, the coordinates were 70 miles down in a Mark Twain forest or something like that.
Really?
And it was right here. And a whole bunch of people,
a whole contingent went down.
Yeah, Team Riz members went down there, and I got one of the shirts.
I did too. I actually cleaned out my closet. I just found it.
Yeah, I think it was John or Doug or somebody got it for me.
So it's free merch?
Yeah. If you found them.
But it was down this dirt road, and they thought that X amount of people would find this place. There were thousands.
Oh, yeah.
Cars backed up.
The Busch people, the Busch Light people, their marketing department's second to none.
Genius.
They do great work.
Genius.
Hey, listen, we got a guy that's on a schedule, Chris Kerber. And our weekly chat with Chris Kerber, sponsored by Blue Note Roofing. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Chris Kerber. Hey, good morning, Chris.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
All right, so where are you at? So were you supposed to come home last night?
Yes, we were. So originally, the team was supposed to go to that game in Columbus. So we played on Friday night, have a Saturday night game in Columbus. Team was supposed to fly home because it's only an hour and 15-minute flight. Stay at home on Sunday, and then fly up to Minnesota for Tuesday's game on Monday.
Yeah.
And the reason they did that, the team's just been on the road so much, really. And but obviously with the storm and with the weather and with Missouri's inability to really get roads clear, they decided, hey, we're just going to go straight from Columbus to Minnesota. So they made that change in advance, which is fine. Then we get up there, and then last night, the airport we were flying into over on the Illinois side there still had too much ice, so we weren't able to fly into there. We had a flight delay anyway. The plane was late getting here. Then we realized we weren't going to be able to land there. Then there really wasn't somebody to help meet the plane if we had landed on short notice at Lambert.
Right.
So they just decided back to the hotel. So we checked right back into the hotel, which is close to the rink. Everybody pretty much had the same rooms that they were in.
Right.
And then we'll fly home today.
All right. Well, are you going to make it home? Because
I've told you guys this. I've told you guys this before, though. you're spoiled when you travel in pro sports. You fly on charter planes, you stay in great hotels, right? Plane issues, flight issues, delays. Everybody deals with them in life. If somebody gripes about them, then they've got too much free time on their hands. So this is a small blip, and then the team will come home and get ready for tomorrow's game.
So I know. So you've been up traveling around. You know, you weren't here in St. Louis for the storm, for the winter storm.
No.
You know, your wife's a teacher, so Chrissy's a teacher. Off for a third day in a row. They're having some issues here clearing the snow out.
Listen, okay. It's like you're poking a bear.
I know what I'm doing, Chris. I'm a professional.
Yeah, it's impressive, actually. Listen,
Chris, do you dump out 90 minutes before broadcast?
Don't get off. Don't get off topic.
All right, sorry.
Listen, this is not that hard. You get one, maybe two decent snowfalls a year at this point in time. Okay? So I don't care whether you're the St. Louis County Council, whether you're a rep in Jeff City for the area, okay? Park all the other baloney you got and figure out how to clear some snow. Now, look, I get it. Snow's going to hit. Snow's going to hit on a Sunday night going into Monday. So you expect the kids to be out of school these first 3 days anyway. And who cares? The kids are going to love the snow days. Everybody loves the free day. And they're going to remember those 3 snow days more than they're ever going to remember a math class 10 years from now. Mm-hmm. So that's fine. Okay? That's totally fine. Right? But when you read an article with quotes from the head of MoDOT that's talking about inexperienced drivers being, plow drivers being an issue, which I don't necessarily buy too much. The people that are out there risking it, putting the plows on the ground, I got mad respect and all the time in the world for those guys. But when I hear excuses like, well, it was ice and then it was snow. Well, we're trying to do this. We're not hitting the ramps. We're not like. Here's the deal. Over on the Illinois side, they're actually pretty good at it. So pull your head out of your butts and figure this out, but quit giving excuses every single dang time the snow hits. It doesn't make any sense. Like, and here's another one. Okay, you're the county council. Okay, quit fighting about who you're trying to remove from office and stuff like that, and actually spend some time on doing things that matter, like figuring out how we can get better at clearing snow. Just because the motto of the state is the show me state doesn't mean we have to be slower than molasses, behind everybody on everything, and then just wait for stuff to melt. When the city of Louisville or the state of Georgia is more efficient in cleaning roads than we are, something's wrong. And you know what? It's all fact. Okay, I feel better.
All right,
that sounded good.
Good. Got it out of your system. No, I saw you on Twitter yesterday bitching about 141. I'm like, this guy's bitching about 141. You're not even here.
Listen. No, but I got you got people traveling it, with people up in the hospital in St. Luke's and things like that. Like I'm telling you, it's crazy. And it's not like, look, you get there are certain snowstorms that are going to cause unique problems, okay? You get all that part. But it's really when you've lived off a road for 20 years, and whether it's 2 inches or 6 inches or 8 inches, it's the same road that's a problem. Someone's just not looking into it, and someone's not addressing it.
Yeah, I will say
that's where as residents you get frustrated.
I will say the city of Wildwood was great clearing out 109, but when you get to Chesterfield and Wild Horse Creek, it was a disaster. It was crazy because some roads were okay, some roads were not okay. It was, It was
okay. Yet they're hit by the same storm.
Yeah, hit by the same storm.
Yet they're hit by the same storm within the same window, right? Why is there that drastic of a difference? It's because people haven't figured out how to get it done together and smartly, and that's why they're frustrated. They're not frustrated with snowplow drivers. They're not frustrated with the patience of having to wait a couple days. Like everybody gets that. That's the uncontrollable of a storm. But how is it that, like you said, a street like that can look so good, and then you turn a corner and you're like, this thing hasn't been touched?
Yeah, it was crazy.
There's a fundamental problem there. Right.
Yeah. Well, you know what's going to bring us all together? Riz Show Night at the Blues game. And I hope we got your tickets.
Oh, I can't wait.
Because, by the way, Riz Show Night at the Blues game, January 16th, is sold out. So.
Hey, again.
We told you not to wait.
That word. Sold out again.
We told you not to wait.
Mm-hmm.
But, sorry. We're going to have a great time that night.
Jerseys are so cool.
Jerseys are sweet. I cannot wait to go down to Enterprise and catch a Blues game and host host all the in-game stuff with you guys. It's always an honor to be asked to do it, and I kind of pinch myself every time we go down there to do it, because what a great honor it is to be asked to do something like that.
I told this to you guys, over the last couple of years. I mean, first off, it's amazing how quickly it sells out, because there's a limited number of theme tickets, obviously, okay? But it sells out. 2, the entertainment is great with you guys there. And 3, it just speaks volumes to the, to the listeners that you have, and to how loyal they are to you. They come down. It's a great night of hockey. You get to watch some stuff. You get to be entertained by you all. It's just, it really has been a great partnership. And the fact that I think it's 5 years in a row, 6 years in a row, you guys have had the #1 selling theme night. That's pretty cool.
I really do. I never take it for granted, because it is such a cool thing for an NHL team to ask us to do this and to be allowed to have a microphone and run around an arena.
Being a part of it.
And being a part of an actual major league sport is amazing to me.
It is.
Still, I mean, as a kid, if you asked me, hey, is this actually going to happen to you in your life, I would say no.
Well, look, again, when you guys do as good a job as you do, and you work hard and you earn those opportunities, that's one thing. But it also kind of speaks to where the Blues are at in terms of understanding, the market, understanding what people want, and the Riz Show audience. And this is why when the St. Louis Blues made the jump over to Hubbard, 6 years ago now, 5 years ago now,
crazy.
It's a scenario where whether it be the audience that listens to KC, or the Arch, or country music, or all sports, or alternative like you guys and things like that. It hits if you did a marketing study on the demographics of a hockey fan, those 5 radio stations hit them all.
Oh,
and you guys are proof of it. I mean, look at how many of your Riz Show fans love coming down there. I mean, they the demand when we did the Jeff Burton bobblehead was off the charts. Yeah. Had to reorder some, and then eventually just ran out of time before we could order even more. It's just really it's a fantastic partnership, and Riz Show Night's going to be a ton of fun. So it's going to be awesome having you guys down there.
Chris, what our jobs, and you included, we've been put into some pretty cool situations. Just watching the pictures of you down at the Winter Classic on New Year's Eve. How was that for you? So this would be your 3rd Winter Classic?
Yeah, our 3rd Winter Classic. We had the home one in Busch Stadium, and then we had the one up here in Minnesota at Target Field, and then that one at Wrigley Field. They were all kind of special and unique in their own way because of the venues itself. But to be honest with you, being right down on the field, and that's the first time we were from a broadcast location, we were actually on the glass. The other 2, we were in the Cardinal one, we were in at the Busch Stadium one, we were in the Cardinals broadcast booth. We were in a club area because it was -15 in Minnesota. And then this one was right down on the glass. And yeah, it was raining before. We had ponchos and things going. It really wasn't all that cold, it was in the 30s. But the reality is it was just an awesome experience. And guys, I'm telling you what has made that cool, what some of the players are still talking about, what the league was talking about, what John Hamm was talking about after that, was how Blues fans didn't just show up. They showed up to be loud.
And you hear it on the TV
Blues the Blues fan experience was just amazing. So to actually be right down on the field and soak it in, kind of from ice level was just a really cool experience.
Now, the ratings were not great for the TV side of things. Maybe it was because Blackhawks aren't great. It wound up being a Blues blowout. Or maybe it was because it's been at Wrigley Field before. But, man, it did look cool on TV.
Well, there's a little bit to it. I interviewed Gary Bettman prior to the game, and when the Winter Classic started, at the time, there were not sports on New Year's Day like you had, maybe the NBA now on Christmas or the NFL on Thanksgiving. There was nothing like it. Now you've got so much more to it. I mean, yeah, there were some bowl games and stuff like that, and it worked its way into it. But this bowl system wasn't in place like the college playoff for football. So from a rating standpoint, yeah, maybe because of that, I think the ratings in St. Louis were outstanding. the timing of it, maybe, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4:30 in the afternoon on New Year's Eve. All that plays a role in it. But I can tell you from a league standpoint, they're not looking at that with any concern going, oh, my gosh, what happened? Because it's not like the ratings were bad. But it's just one of those things where the league is still really happy with it. And listen, if you go back to when these winter classics and these outdoor games started, if you remember a lot of Blues fans, and understandably so, like other fans around the league are going, man, I wonder if we're ever going to play. And it's like, why is Boston in another one? Why is Chicago in another one? We haven't had one. The Blues have now been asked to play or host in 3 winter classics out of the last 8 years, and only Boston, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and St. Louis. Those are the only 4 franchises that can now say that they've played in 3 or more winter classics. That's a heck of a feather in the cap for Blues fans.
Yeah, it says something about the fan base. All right, so last night, Blues lose to Minnesota. You're on a plane. You're coming back to St. Louis, playing the Ducks tomorrow. Blues back to an even record. I tell you what, I was listening to Paul Bissonnette, and he said the Blues could sneak into the playoffs and be a spoiler. Do you believe that?
Yeah, well, I believe that if they get in, they could make some noise because they've got the goaltending and the defenseman for it. I do believe that. Now, the question is are they going to be able to string some wins together to get there? When this road trip started, they had a chance to get to 3 games over 500. It's a hockey team that still hasn't won 3 games in a row. Yeah. And then they lost each of these last 2 games by a score of 6-4 in each game. And honestly, if you're really open and honest about it, you're probably going, it might have been the worst back-to-back games for our goaltenders all season long. And that's not something we've said very often. Actually, it's not something we've really said at all. Yeah, goalies are going to have some off nights, but unfortunately, I think that was a factor here in these last 2 games. There is confidence in the room. Jim Montgomery is supremely confident in what this team can do. And so now you come home and you've got Anaheim, then Columbus, then 2 games against Calgary. You got to make hay on home ice because there's only 4 more road games between now and the end of the month. Well, now and end of the month of February. So we got to become home warriors.
All right. Well, listen, all your insight after a game could be found on the Curbside podcast. Still doing that. That's going real strong. A new episode out after last night's game, correct, Chris?
Yep. It's up there. Big thanks to Grant Francis helping keep the thing moving, put it together. So if you miss anything with the Blues, in 20 minutes you can hear highlights, breakdown, analysis, some opinion, and then you'll sound really smart when you talk to your buddies at the water cooler. All
right,
if
Chris,
those things still exist.
Safe travels home, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, have a great have a great week. Talk to you next week.
There he is, the great Chris Gerber, everybody. And that's sponsored by Blue Note Roofing. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we're going to play Do It, Bitch.
Let's go.
Do It, Bitch, learned version. So, Moon, if you would get out the great wheel.
All righty.
Get out the great wheel. We will decide the teams. Well, the wheel will decide the teams. So here's how it's going to work. Each team will have a gambler and a guesser. The guesser will leave the room. Learn will give the gamblers a category. They will go back and forth betting on how many things their teammate can name in that category in 10 seconds. If the gambler thinks the other team has overplayed their hand, they'll say, do it, bitch. We'll bring the guessers back in. See if the guesser can make good on the gamble. Best of 5. And we've got Disturbed tickets. We've got Ghost tickets. We've got tickets to go see Palais Royale. We got tickets to go see Big Head Todd and the Monsters. And tickets for Monster Jam. We actually have 4 packs of tickets. All right, Moon, if you would, spin the great wheel.
Spinning.
Let's get these teams. So it's going to be
King Scott.
King Scott. And who will King Scott's teammate be?
Another winner, that's for sure.
Here we go. It's going to be King Scott and
me,
Rafe Williams.
Oh, the champs.
Versus myself and Moon.
That's a
so, Scott, we'll get 4 people on the phone. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Team Riz and Moon versus Team King Scott and Rafe. Do it, bitch. Learns version. Next. Right. I guess it's time to play Do It, Bitch.
We're good, dude.
Yes, we're playing Do It, Bitch, Learns version.
Yeah.
And it's Team Riz and Moon versus Team King Scott and Rafe.
Yes.
We saw you guys really, really drilling down on some strategy over there, and we decided to really strategize ourselves. Sometimes we're a little bit whatever about
Right
it.
away, dude.
Not today. Today, we're going hard.
Well, let me find out this.
We
so,
just press our foreheads together, wait 3 seconds, and it's like a hard reboot, and we're mind melded.
so King and Rafe, who out of you are going to be the gambler and the guesser?
I be gambling.
Oh, sorry, Scott.
King is the gambler.
Yeah, I'll be
And
gambling.
then Riz and Moon handed me a note. So Moon will gamble first.
Yep.
Okay. So the cousin brothers are up against each other and the R&R Express.
That's how we thought it would go.
Yep. I think that's how it's only gone, by the
All
way.
right, so we've got tickets to go see Disturbed and 3 Days Grace with 7 Dust, March 2nd in Enterprise. You got tickets to go see Ghost, July 30th Enterprise. We've got tickets to go see Palais Royale at the Pageant on February 16th. We got tickets to go see Big Head Todd and the Monsters on the 17th at the Pageant. And we got 4 packs of tickets for Monster Jam. 2 huge shows in 2 weeks, Saturday, January 18th, and Sunday, January 19th, over the Dome at America Center. All right, let's go to the phones. Ken. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning.
Ken, is it Team Riz and Moon or Team Rafe and King Scott?
It is going to be King Scott and Rafe, please.
Right. All right, hang on one second.
You should be sorry.
What was his name?
Ken.
That's Ken. Shane?
Ken Smart.
I'm here. What's up?
All right,
What's
Shane.
that?
King and Rafe or me and Moon?
Let's go with King Scott and Rafe.
All right, King and Rafe. Hang on. Let's go to Hurricane Chris.
Hey, I'm here.
What's up, Hurricane?
All right, Hurricane Chris.
I got to go with Riz and Moon.
Riz and Moon.
All right.
Okay.
Interesting choice.
And Tim.
Hurricane.
Hey,
Tim. Riz and Moon or King and Rafe?
I'm going to go with Riz and Moon.
Okay.
So we're going to have winners and losers.
We are going to have winners and
Do
losers.
you want to do it from over there or you want to come over here?
I have to do the bitch button, don't I?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here, let's swap.
Gotta have the bitch button.
I got to have
the,
that
bi-
bitch
the
button.
bitch button cannot be moved. It is.
The bitch button is bolted down.
Hey, so
Can you give me the categories in advance?
You must be in the driver's seat.
I will give you the categories in advance.
Thank you.
By the way, those headphones are going to be outrageously loud, so just prepare yourself. There
very
we
loud.
go.
Okay.
And here I am. All right, so guessers go out in the hall. So Rafe and Riz are going out in the hallway. Thank you.
Enjoy yourself out there, man. Don't get nervous or anything.
Is this the bitch button? Okay, that is the bitch button. Thanks. All right, King Scott and Moon, cousin brothers. The first topic that they are going to be guessing on: stores at the West County Mall.
Oh,
jeez.
Now think about it. We got Macy's, Dick's, we have Victoria's Secret, Lululemon, Auntie Anne's Pretzels, if you want to count those.
Yeah.
I mean-
Starbucks probably.
Right. Starbucks. Yeah, we have a Starbucks kiosk.
Okay. Ooh, Barnes and Noble.
So you were picked first, so then I think I defer to Moon. So how many do you think Riz will be able to guess West County Mall stores? And the food court does count.
2.
2. All right. What about Rafe out
Not a
there?
mall guy.
Dude, this one,
He's from Illinois.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know if he goes to the
he
West
could
County
easily
Mall.
do 4.
4. Okay. And Riz,
He's
what
got
about
5 in him.
5 for Scott Rizzuto, West County Mall stores. You think Rafe can do 6?
Let me think here. This guy, he knows fashion.
He does know fashion.
He knows how to shop because he has the ability to buy things.
He loves buying gifts.
I will say, yeah, he could do 6.
Okay, so you think Rafe Williams,
Yeah.
Rafe Dean Williams of
Easily.
Illinois can do 6 West County Mall shops?
Yeah, you're including you're including food, so yeah, Riz can do 7.
Riz can do 7
And I'll
in
say-
10 seconds.
Do it, bitch.
Do it, bitch. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
number
Easy
is
point.
7.
Easy point, baby.
All right, let's go
Easy
ahead and bring
point.
them back in.
Are you going to tell them that they can do food court things?
No, I'm not going to tell him anything. We're going to see how this goes.
All right.
Here we go. All right.
gents.
How's it going?
How's it going in the hallway?
Whatever
Is it
happened,
nice?
shut the TV off. It must have got heated in here. Somebody throw something?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we were angry.
I clapped.
All right, Scott Rizzuto, you are up.
Oh, God.
You got that.
Moon.
Together, man.
Moon.
This
Are you not going to wear your headphones?
Oh, I got headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, he's all loose.
Get on the show, dude.
You don't have to.
over
You don't have to wear headphones.
Over already.
I'm all crazy.
All right.
I'm only hearing.
Are you settled?
You got my computer audio on?
Okay, hang on. I'm
paper
only
out.
hearing out of one channel.
Okay.
Okay.
You doing all right? All right. The number is 7.
7. Moon.
7 is the lucky number.
Calm down.
Calm up. Energy
calm
up.
down. Brain open.
Scott
Okay.
Daniel Rizzuto.
Yes.
I need you to name me 7 West County Mall stores.
Claire's, Sears, Orange Julius, Chick-fil-A, Lids. Damn it.
I think 2 of those weren't even.
I don't even know.
thought-
Sears.
I thought once you hit the food, it was going to be on.
Food would have
Sbarro,
counted.
Chick-fil-A, Spencer's, Hot Topic, Dick's.
Auntie Anne's, pretzels.
I thought you could
Victoria's
I thought you
Secret,
could start
Lululemon.
I thought you could start at Nordstrom's.
Think of Lululemon.
Julius, Chick-fil-A.
I thought you could start at Nordstrom's, Macy's. Like I thought you were going to do the circle.
I don't know why I said Sears.
There's always the Lids.
I thought you would get lucky and hit into the food court and make a run.
Yeah.
But Sears
I'm sorry.
tripped you up. No, don't be
That's
sorry.
okay.
No, it was
I'm
okay.
sorry I put you on the
I mean,
spot.
it's not
more
okay
than
because that's a
fine.
point for
It's
your
not okay.
Yeah,
your
I'm sorry I put you
competition.
on the spot.
No, it's fine.
Cousin Brothers out.
Thought you
That's
had.
fine. That was warm up.
And you were there too recently.
That was a warm up.
Yeah, I thought you were
That
there
was a
recently.
warm-up.
I apologize.
All right, that was
That's okay.
That was
Not my
something.
fault on that one. I'm gonna.
That's a good start for us.
okay. Here we
Good
go.
job, King.
All right, guys.
Okay.
This one's going to be, I'm going in order of how I listed these, okay? Types of fruit. I started with Moon. He's guessed first, so I'm going to go back to King here and his team. Rafe, how many types of fruit can King Scott name in 10 seconds?
Oh, fruit?
Yeah.
Just any fruit.
Any fruit. Tomatoes
Remember,
a
it
fruit.
takes a fruit to no fruit.
And he knows fruit.
Huh?
It takes a fruit to no fruit.
Yeah, dude. He's a fruit boy. He's a fruity
Fruit
pebble.
boy.
He is fruit boy.
He is a fruit boy.
But it's how many can he get in 10 seconds? You know, it's the limit. There's so many fruits.
I'll go 6.
6 fruits. What about Moon?
I think King could do 6.
Moon could do 7?
7.
7 fruits. Right on. What about 8 fruits in 10 seconds? Can King Scott do that?
I'll go 8.
Really?
Do it, bitch.
Do it, bitch. Here we go. Okay, they can
What you
come
were
in.
fishing for?
I'm not fishing for anything.
They're not paying attention because they're
Get him in here.
having family discussion in the hallway. Oh my God.
The fact that none of them are looking in the studio. There we go.
Get on in here.
Get in here.
Get in here, fruit boys.
Come on, fruit boys.
Get in here.
What are you guys talking about out there?
I'll tell you what
It's
we were
getting heavy out there.
Family
You
discussion.
really want to know what we were talking about? I was like, you know what? This is how this show runs. You know, I just kick ass the entire break for the NFL pick. Where I'm not, you know, my butt is safe and I'm not going to get shot. And you're owed like 24 shots,
That's
and he's
right.
owed 18
I'm not owed
shots and all
anything.
this different stuff. And then today I'm going to get my ass shot before anybody
with that
serves those
attitude.
punishments.
With that attitude.
I like this
you're getting
attitude.
shot.
You need to change your
After
attitude.
this, you're right. After this round, you're going to be right.
You need to really get your crap together, okay? Because your cousin's up. Here we go.
Yay!
King Scott.
You got this, bro.
The number is 8.
Wow.
Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it.
Don't sweat it.
All
Don't
right,
sweat it.
okay.
Whoa, that's heat.
This is
I
your
want you to
wheelhouse,
sit in.
baby.
The Sears.
And the
Sears need
Sears.
a little.
No,
This is
let's be
definitely
fair.
your weird.
Your wheelhouse. Don't sweat it. Hey, little guy. Don't sweat it.
All right.
Focus.
Yes.
I need King Scott. I need you in 10 seconds to name me 8 different kinds of fruit.
Apple, banana. There's kiwi, star fruit. There's where am I at here? Grapes, tomato. I don't know. There's other
Yeah, baby.
things.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Star fruit.
Okay.
That's a good one.
1 to
I thought
1.
you had it
Yeah,
once you hit star
I thought
fruit.
One to
I was
one.
waiting. Watermelon, peaches.
Raspberry,
that would've
been
raspberry,
smart.
blueberry, blackberry.
Yeah, of course.
I got stuck.
Listen,
I
there's
thought
a-
you get
there's a
on
lot
the
of fruit.
berries.
There's
and
so
it was gonna
many
be over.
fruits.
So
Why
many
are they
fruits.
getting kiwi and star fruit?
I don't know.
rolled?
I thought
Star
you
fruit.
screwed me up. I honestly
Yeah, you
thought
went
once you hit
exotic.
berries, it was going to be smooth rolling. You didn't even get into berries.
We didn't even get
man.
into
You didn't
berries.
even touch pears, peaches, the pittids.
All right, well, take,
let's go.
take your berries and get out.
Hey,
Here
I don't
we
like
go.
the pits.
Hey, I
Still,
took a
that was
risk.
good.
I thought fruits you might be able to hammer it home.
You
It
know?
was your wheelhouse because they were calling you fruit.
Man.
Okay.
The fact that you got star fruit, I was impressed.
Have you even eaten a star fruit?
Heck yeah.
What does that
That's so
taste like?
good.
Is it like citrus?
Like fruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
The yellow fruit.
Kind of light.
No, it's pretty refreshing.
All right, guys.
Grapefruit?
We're gonna stay on food. This is kind of controversial because it could really be anything, but we're gonna see if they get tripped up or not. Toppings for salads. I'm going back. I went to Rafe the last time, but I'm gonna swap it out to give you an option. So King, we're gonna go with you first. Toppings for salads. Think like bacon bits, cheese, dressings. You know, you can go through all the dressings because those
the
are
most
toppings.
comfy and
leaps?
stylish pants
Oh,
for
sorry about
seniors.
that.
That's all right.
It's okay.
That was a
Chicken
weird
breast.
cough. Okay. And
Anything you could put pecans.
I mean, you
nuts.
could put anything on
You
it.
could put anything on. So really, that's the thing.
hot fudge and marshmallows.
That'd be kind of
and-
disgusting, but that's like
spaghetti.
a dessert salad.
Okay. I'm going to. I mean, this is pretty easy. So I think we should start very high. I'm going to go. He could easily do 5.
5. Okay. Rafe Williams can do 5 toppings
Yep,
for salads.
salad toppings.
Salads. What about Riz?
So if he says dressing, is it? I mean,
Yeah, if he just starts flying through-
He can't say ranch. He can't say.
No, he can.
So you can go different flavors.
Of course.
Even though you said toppings. So now a flavor is considered its own topping? I mean, dressing is a singular topping.
I'm looking at this as each number is a different salad.
That is a
So,
good question.
French dressing, ranch dressing, bonbons, whatever. You could put
Whoa.
cheese. You could really put anything on this.
Yeah, but certainly they're not going to think about each flavor being a possible
Maybe
point
not.
here.
No, but they'd be smart if they did.
They would be smart.
They
if
would be
did.
smart. Yeah. Man, everybody's on a roll. So far, no one scored a point.
Yeah,
You're
it's 1 to
starting
1.
with 5. Oh man, I mean, you're gonna go fruit, bacos, salad dressing, cheese, croutons,
glitter.
Could do some crackers on
Yeah,
top.
do it, bitch.
5?
Earn something here.
5 with Rafe. Okay.
Earn it.
All right, let's
think he's
bring
gonna get caught up. Ain't no way he's going flavors, and don't you dare tip him off.
All right, guys. Hello.
Hi again.
You're making eye contact with me, and
Yeah.
that's usually a sign. Not a good sign.
The number is 5. And Rafe, you're up.
Starfruit.
Here we go. Let's go, Starfruit.
Go.
Here we go. Rafe Williams in 10 seconds. I need you to tell me 5 toppings for salads.
Black olives, salami, cheese, tomatoes, croutons. Must I go on? Is that good? That's
That was
That's
great.
good.
And you got it. That's
You even
another
got
point.
I was hoping to get hung up.
You guys are up 2 to 1.
Somebody,
one.
That feels good.
somebody needed to earn a point. Could you have done 6?
I think I could have done it. It's fine.
What would you have started with?
Bacon bits.
Yeah.
Nice.
Me
The quality
too,
stuff, yeah.
I was
Bacon
about
bits.
to tee off on all the meats.
You could have.
Yeah.
You could have gone through all the
salami
dressings.
was a good. Salami was a good. That
was a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Little
Really
chef
good.
salad.
Learn. Let's hit a break.
Okay.
So it's 2 to 1. 2 to 1. Rafe and King in the lead. Do it, bitch. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll finish her up, and then get to sports.
Okay.
All right, we are back. I am not Scott Rizzuto. I'm Learn, and
You wish.
I am totally bad at running this board over here.
Now you're good.
You know what's funny is
lower the bed a little more.
being in radio for 16 years, and then when you come over to a different show and you haven't ran the actual show, it's impossible.
Well, I mean, we got
baptized
a
by
lot
fire.
of things going on here.
Yeah. Anyway,
Let's finish up this game.
here we go. So we stopped with Rafe and King getting a point because Rafe got 5 different salad toppings, and now we're going to send King and Moon out into the hallway.
Oh,
Because
yes.
we're playing Do It, Bitch.
We
and
are.
King, Scott, and Rafe are up 2 to 1.
Easy win
correct.
today.
And we're
Whatever,
playing
dude.
best
Get
of
the hell
5.
out of here.
So it's 2 to 1. King and Rafe.
King and Rafe, 2 to 1.
Claude and Ray.
Pressure
Ray and
seems
Claude?
to be all on you guys.
Not really.
Well,
We have a buffer to lose.
I don't know. Not the way I see it.
Well, cool.
Not the way I see it, pal.
This could go great or awful.
Okay, well,
All right.
let's do it.
Here we go. I'm going to go over to Riz. How many guy names that start with E do you think Moon is able to guess?
Great category.
So Elliot, Evan, Ethan, Edward, Eddie, Ed.
That's now we're going to do Edward, Eddie, and Ed as 3 different names?
3 different names.
Interesting.
Moon could do 5.
Moon can do 5. All right.
Do it, bitch.
Okay.
5 in 10 seconds. Here we go.
Oh, you think you got me?
I don't know if I got you.
You know
or
what
not,
I was doing?
but I don't think he can do.
Okay.
What are you doing? Trying to run up the score?
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, remind me to let you know. Remember yesterday we were talking about farting in front of people, and we
Yeah.
mentioned Courtney or something. She was just out there, and I was about to fart in front of her. We would have found out exactly what happened.
That would have been great.
If you farted in front of Courtney.
It's not past gas day anymore.
All right.
I know,
Listen.
but then Learn was waving us in.
Look, you need to save your energy, okay?
For
because
what?
you're up.
No, here, come do the timer, will you?
No.
Moon Valjean.
Don't be milking the timer either.
Yeah,
Riz.
don't be
Hang on.
goofing.
The number
Started after I get 3.
Okay.
the number is 5.
Oh my gosh, that's not good.
Okay, so in 10 seconds, and he has a lot of faith in you. In 10 seconds,
I do not.
I need you to name me 5 guy names that start with the letter E.
Eric, Aaron with an E, as Edward, Eddie, Ed, Ebert, and
Aaron with an E for a
I
guy.
know an Aaron.
He got 6 though.
The former drummer of Taking Back Sunday, Aaron, E-R-O-N. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it.
Well done.
Thank you for that.
Not Taking Back Sunday, sorry.
Arms crossed, right?
Hawthorne Heights.
Okay, Hawthorne Heights. All right.
Why are your arms crossed, right?
No, I'm not, man. Great
Ohio
job.
is for
Why
lovers.
do your
Thank you.
arms
Aaron Bucarelli.
You never said Earl.
Here, I'll show him.
Made up
Ernie.
guy's name and the same guy's name 3 times.
No, I didn't. Look.
Ed, I said I was going to accept.
I
That
know.
exact
And that was
example.
my biggest concern is I'm like, what's the chance that somebody's going to land on that and say
Look.
Ed and Eddie?
Look, Hawthorne Heights, Aaron Bucarelli.
Thank you for that.
Oh, Aaron!
Wait, does he know his name's
Run.
misspelled?
Yes, he does. We talked about it before.
All right.
Thank you, Aaron.
Rafe and Riz out in the hall, please. This is for.
We got it.
This is 2-2. This
got
is
it.
huge.
Well done, Moon.
Yeah, brother. Well done with your confidence in me.
All right. This is great.
Oh, man. Aaron comes through.
This is the toughest part of my Do It Bitch questions for this game, okay? And it's going to be whoever wins it all. I need, and we're going to start with, we're going to go back over to Moon.
Yes, sir.
Slang terms for butts. So things like cheeks, your seat, your rump, your tail, your rear, your buns,
tutor.
your caboose, dad ass. How many slang terms for butts can Riz name?
We use a lot on this show.
and he's a
over
butt
the last-
guy.
He is a butt guy.
He
Aren't we all?
loves dudes.
Aren't we all?
Dude's butts.
Yeah, he's got 4.
He's got 4 in him. Okay. What about Rafe?
He's got 4 butts
Oh.
in him.
You know, Rafe can easily do 15. I'm going to go, he can easily do 6.
6 terms for butts, slang terms. What about Riz?
Oh, man.
7?
For the win. Are we going with this for the win?
We are.
Well, let's see. I know the one that he hates.
Dump truck.
No,
Keister.
the old TC.
Tush?
No. What? You know what? He can do 7.
Riz can do 7?
He can do 7. Because we do it all the time on this show. And
Yeah,
he's...
Rafe could do 8 easily.
Oh, do it, bitch.
Okay, here we go.
Earn
In our
it.
hands.
Let's do this.
All
This
right.
is for
Thank
the
you,
win.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, nothing. You don't have faith.
This is gonna be
You're
very
as nervous as I am right
interesting.
now.
No.
Come on, you nerds.
I can't see them because of the reflection. All right.
Hiding behind a picture there.
All right, guys. Who's up?
This is huge. This is for the win.
Moo just fist bumped me, so I'm assuming it's me.
No, it's not you. It's Rafe.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Rafe Williams, the
Yes,
number
Moon.
is 8.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Clear your mind. Clear your mind. The
Get
easiest
that,
one we've
cock
had.
that gun.
Here we go.
This is
Here
easy.
we go, indeed. I need you to name me in 10 seconds 8 slang terms for butts.
Ass, rear, dumper, turd cutter, badonkadonk, peach, backside.
Wow, but that was so good!
Yes.
That was good!
Such a hard one.
I know, and I knew 7 might be doable.
That's
Wow.
such a hard one.
I am
We played that
in.
hard, dude. We played
we
that
did.
hard.
Wow.
Also not fair. I couldn't cuss on the air.
That's true. Well, that's why I listed it, because I thought, oh, maybe we'll go into the blue with this.
You think you could have got 7?
No.
Oh, I know. Well, I knew you were going to hate turd cutter, and that was on top
Yeah,
of
I
the
hate
top
that's
of
my
Turd cutter.
All right, we got to
You did
take
good, though.
congratulations to the fellas that backed Team Moon and Riz. We'll
Yes,
take a break.
Chris and Tim.
What
We'll come
a
back.
competition.
Moon's got sports. God. That is it for us. Wednesday in the books. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. And if you missed anything, check out the podcast brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Today's podcast is titled...
Oh, man, we had a couple different ones, and I think we ended up on jelly roll and a tree stand.
Yeah, nice.
Right on.
Something we all want to see.
We do.
Hey, maybe 2025 will give us a gift. Jelly roll and a tree stand.
Okay.
I don't know. All right, Moon, what else?
Just announced, the Teenage Dirtbags is playing something called Art Inside. It's Schlafly Art Inside. It's happening down at, I believe, the Tap Room. Schlafly Tap Room, 2100 Locust. So the Teenage Dirtbags are playing on Saturday night. Steve Ewing Duo is playing. There are DJs, Middle Class Fashion, The 45, a whole bunch of different bands are playing. This is great food. Great live bands. They're doing live tattoos, and it's an art show. So this is St. Louis-based artists, over 40 artists. It's a big art show with music, with food, with tattoos. It's very freaking cool. It's happening from January 31st to February 2nd, that whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Teenage Dirtbags are playing Saturday night.
Is that the Bottle Works?
No, this is at Tap Room.
Tap Room's downtown.
Right on.
Bottle Works in Maplewood, right?
Yep.
Lauren, what do you got?
Well, I am going to be playing over at a different brewery. I'm going to be in New Haven at Paddle Stop Brewery with my band Lane Narrows on January 25th. There is a cover to get in. Once you are inside this brewery, though, it's excellent. Shane, the owner, has carved out all of these different paddle boards. It's just a really cool, right by the river brewery, and New Haven is such a cool town. So please come out and see us. We'll be playing from 7 to 10, and you can follow me at Learn Versus Radio for info. Thanks.
All right, Rafe.
We'll be at the Westport Funny Bone January 23rd through the 25th. Tickets are moving, but let's move them all. Let's sell it out, people. I do shows about twice a year locally, weekends at the club. So if you've been wanting to come out and see a show, please come out. You can go to westportfunnybone.com and pick up your tickies, or shoot me a message, or go to one of my social medias at I am Rafe Williams, and I'll be hawking it all month. So hope to see you there.
All right, King Scott.
You can follow me at King Scott Rules, and I want to say that we're praying for you guys out there in the Palisades and all that area,
Yes.
Pasadena. Wowie, wowie.
All right, thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful area.
Got a lot of listeners out there, too.
Wild.
So I saw a
out there.
video
It's-
earlier of somebody trapped in their home, fire all around, and they're in there with their dog. I don't know if they've survived.
People are hiding in their pools.
It's awful.
They're jumping in their pools to get away from those wildfires.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's horrible what's going on out there. All right, we leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. From Waterloo, Illinois, Aaron Fritz.
Yeah, Aaron.
Teamers Member of the Day. And Aaron wants to hear this song. Here it is. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.